You make sure we got the audio right. Make sure everything's good. Make sure everybody can hear me, man. What's going on with everybody? Welcome to another installment of Pill Your Cat Radio. I'm your host, NicoTV, aka the voice of the West. Lot to get to, man. A lot of narratives out there. Lot to get to, man, both locally and nationally. And you already know how this goes, man. We do co-host by committee over here outside of my two, maybe three major co-hosts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fake G, Will, Yak. Outside of my, assigned co-host, man. Y'all want to pull up. Y'all want to be co-host for a show, man. Y'all know how we do it in the West, man. We let anybody pull up, man. Talk your talk. But yeah, man, a lot to get to, a lot of cards to get to, man. See, free game. Let's unpack the narrative. What's the narrative, man? Am I behind on the narrative, man? Let me know. I don't know what narrative in particular got to get unpacked, but I'm here for it. See Devin here. What's going on? Y'all can make sure that y'all go ahead and like this video, like this. You know what I'm saying? Share it out there with the people as well, man. People out here too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this URL EFB Invitational. I'm sorry, NOME. No, is this NOME 14? It's a lot of cards for NOME, man. 14. Sheesh. I'm gonna try and get all of that out there as well. Let me see if I can get the graphic work cracking. Even if it's just for a second. Let me see what I could do. But yeah, man, I want to spend a special salute to all those out there, man, who, like me, might have put a little extra paper on them Timberwolves. I gotta start there. Man. I thought the Wolves was gonna at least be up 3-1. I thought it was gonna be at least 3-1. And it's tied. Going back to Denver. So salute to all those who actually, went out there on the limb, picked them T-Wolves like me, and just you didn't get the results you wanted, but you know how that go. I mean, I'm acting like I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out what this narrative is, but I might be a little slow to the narrative. Might be a little slow to it. I'm just trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely gonna get to that disaster track because I've been seeing a whole lot of nonsense going on in regards to that. We definitely gonna comment on that for sure. I think that was that Casual Conflicts over the weekend had an event. Salute to that. I'm trying to catch up here in the Western Conference group, and all I'm seeing in here is Emmanuel Romington III talking crazy. I see Shaughnessy White is talking some talk. And then I see the usual delusions going on. Anonymous posts and all that kind of nonsense, man. And I see, okay, now here go a positive post. Here's something that I could go ahead and actually put out there. Update. That's actual West news that matters, man. Shout out to Bobby Lee. Should be home around July or August. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of news I'm paying attention to and that I want to see out there. You know what I'm saying? Ro, what up? I see Mama in here. Mama was good. Kels, what up? Poncho, Melly gonna behave today. Hey, look, after Friday, dog, Melly unlocked a whole nother archetype. She talking about Melly was Melly was talking about I'm anime Nico. Melly is unlocked a different archetype, man. You know what I'm saying? Unlocked a different archetype over the last few days. Shout out to Melly. But yeah, man, we gonna get into some stuff. I'm trying to get the graphic work here for the NOME card. I've been, trying to make sure I get the graphics on the screen. I don't like talking about stuff and y'all can't actually see what a brother, I'm saying, is hollering about. So we're gonna try and get this on the screen. But yeah, man, Western Conference. I do see somebody has been banning or reporting a lot of posts in there. Come on now. West Coast. We better than this, man. Come on now. I know some of y'all be bored, man, but come on now. We better than this. At least I think we better than this. At least I think we are. But shout out to all that, man. See, Dev said, out of all the years, let me see, out of all the years we've covered the West, do you think this is the worst year as far as talent development? Woo-wee. Okay, that's a loaded question because all right, first of all, before I can even answer that accurately, because that's a loaded question right there. It's a great question, but it's a loaded one as well. First of all, we have to identify what is talent development in battle rap. Is talent development just being on every single card you can get yourself on? Is it a battler claiming one particular league and that league booking that battler in the appropriate matchups to showcase their skill, given the challenges when needed? Like, what does everybody feel talent development is? I mean, to me personally, for talent development to even be a thing, you have to have leagues over here. And from what I've seen, the West region doesn't feel like we have many leagues left over here. I've seen people say we got shots fired. I think, was it Grizz Exam or something like that? It was like all the obvious choices that don't book big names, which I felt like that was very interesting that people here feel in order for you to have a league, in order for you to qualify as a league, you have to not book main stage talent. I think that's completely false, and I think that's a very toxic way. I guess I don't know what the better word is. A very wrong way of looking at it. But I have a whole vlog that I actually want to do, a whole breakdown. I don't even know if it's going to be a vlog. I might have to do a individual stream, like a podcast or something, to really cook up on that topic. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of talent development, I feel like we're in the month of May. I'm not up to date on who the rookies are this year because I haven't seen anybody, quote unquote, new put themselves out there. I will say, so this year I'm still question mark on that. So I could say it is the worst because I'm not sure. We're almost halfway through the year. But I would say last year, talent development, I just think that the West Coast hasn't actually developed talent since. You're talking about developing an actual, I mean, the only place that I've seen to develop an actual battle rapper from the beginning to where they're at now would be Westworld with Migs. Now, I could be wrong about that. Y'all could go ahead and highlight something else, but we're talking about at a legitimate level where somebody rock with a league, you know what I'm saying, trusted their booking decisions, and now you see the rewards, you see the benefits from it. I think that the last person we can see with that is Migs. Prior to Migs, I don't know. I'd have to really think about it because the only other league that brought prominent people to the culture prior to that would have been West Coast Elites before West Coast Elites went. And that was with G Will and Royalty. Right. So, but even with that, then you got to look at everybody that West Coast Elites brought in during, what was it, the COVID time, the 2020, 2021, 2020. You look at that from that perspective, then you would say, well, I don't know if the talent development can be rated that high, even though you got two very strong, battle rappers out of that, right? You would still have to look at it and say objectively, there were a lot of failures in that as well. I mean, look at Alleyway Bug. No disrespect to bro, but we just being on a honest tip when we talk about talent development. I think there's a lot to be said about it, and I think that it deserves more of a breakdown than what I could give now. But I will say, just because we don't know and it's almost halfway through the year, I would say by virtue of that, this probably would be the worst year. Yeah, but I'm not gonna look past last year. Last year was it's pretty tough last year as well. Oh yeah. Also, man, like I told y'all, man, the link is in the chat. Y'all want to join the show? Link is in the chat. I think we got somebody here. Mr. Wright, might gotta unmute yourself, but you on. Might gotta unmute your Unmute your mic. But yeah,
Yeah, I for sure gotta unmute myself, man. What up? What up?
yo, what's going on?
Man, not shit, man. Just popped in to see what we talking about today, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up these NOME announcements so I can get it on the screen for people. But what I was just talking about, because you, I won't say new, but somewhat in terms of the West hierarchy and the West kind of lineage, you're relatively new. I mean, you were here pre-COVID, but still you're newer in comparison to some other people who was here in the old A hat. Do you feel like this year and last year are the worst years for development out here with battle rappers talent?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I I kind of feel similar to you in the sense I wouldn't want to just jump on and say that just to say that because I don't feel like I've dove enough, and I personally don't feel like I know enough far as the deep talent pools, man. I will agree with we halfway through the year, and I couldn't just off the top of my head say, yo, here's some new cats they pushed. Um, Although I think you do got cats like Kamikaze. I know a lot of cats like Kamikaze. I think minus like the Jack show out, and it may have been another recent show out that really wasn't up to standards for real. But other than that, man, I hear a lot of good things about Kamikaze. Though I don't know what level you really throw him at this time, but you know, I guess when it comes to that development question, is that development or is that just really he's a new talent that we see? Now it's time to really develop him. So yeah, I feel like I need a lot more really for that question.
Right. Personally, I just think that the West in general hasn't been trying to develop talent for quite some time. I just think because how I look at it, it's more so, at least it's just my opinion. You kind of people get attached to the first person they see that actually has real potential to make it outside. And once that happens, everybody kind of lets everybody else go to the wayside. They don't really pay them no mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you get a Hansel in this class. All right, everybody else we ain't really checking for. All right, you get a G Will and royalty. Everybody else, oh, we ain't really paying much attention. I just think that there probably is people who probably could have been developed into better battle rappers, but people don't really take the time, at least from what I've seen, haven't really take the time to really make that make sense, in my opinion, at least. But
Yeah, no, honestly, I'd agree with that. If and when you put it that way, I mean, when we look at it, that is kind of the forefront of everything we talk about here. It's usually pushing the guys that everybody already like, everybody already know. I really couldn't say, hey, here goes some development, here goes some cards where it was like newcomers, and then after that we continue to book the newcomers, and if they weren't like, like you said, if they weren't like automatic show outs, like say a Hansel, say a Miggs, do we take the time to develop them, or do we just be like, oh, you might catch yourself at the bottom of the card here and there, and then are we really developing, or just saying, hey, he not that good, he gonna fill this spot, and maybe he get better over time. I don't know if I would call that development.
because my thing is developing talent. Like I could speak to it because the Riot did this with me when I started battling. Right, they gave my first battle against somebody who had some tenure. RP Philip 413 had some tenure, but it wasn't a battle where it's like, all right, we're not gonna book you versus a Grizz or Plex or somebody who's a Jug, somebody who's already established and verified. We're not gonna give you clutch your second or third battle. You're gonna have to develop over time and show us what you can do. Okay, I didn't do what I was supposed to do versus Philip. Okay, next battle. All right, let's get a media versus media battle. You and Kato's, y'all both relatively new. Let's see y'all battle each other. Okay, you did what you need to do in that battle. Okay, next battle. Okay, we'll give you King Malcolm. Okay, King Malcolm. Okay, you did what you needed to do there. Okay, you elevate. Okay, let's give you 65. We'll give you a vet plate. Okay, vet plate, good. Okay, next battle. Okay, now we're at magnitude. You're gonna represent on this team and you're gonna go against this league. Okay, we're gonna give you this plate. I just think that the bat is strategic placing. You gotta see where they're at, you gotta see how they are battle to battle. Like if they first battle goes, you see where they're at, and their second battle, they don't show real improvement, then it doesn't matter who you put them in front of. It could be the weakest person in the West. They're not improving on their own. So they have to take the initiative and the accountability to get better on their own. Yeah, I'm saying the writing got to get better, the performance. It don't even got to be tenfold. It could just be, okay, he improved a little bit with that. I see he's working on it. But that be the main thing, is that I need to see the accountability. A lot of battle rappers don't even have that. So it don't even matter if the league did what they were supposed to do 100% right. They're not even getting the battle rappers to care enough to put in the kind of time it takes to actually get better. So I think it's two-pronged. It's the battle rapper and the league. And I just think that it's not enough people actually trusting leagues out here to do anything, because everybody's looking for the next card to be on. Oh, who's streaming next week? Who's streaming next month? Yeah, I want to be on that card because they got the live stream popping. Okay, they got Gotti on this card. Yeah, let me get booked on this card because Gotti over there. It's like, yeah, that card might be the best for exposure, but for you personally, you're not ready for set exposure, because all it takes is one bad performance for people to write you off permanently. You know what I'm saying? So that's a dope question. I definitely think it needs a further breakdown, though, for real. But you said the rookies is X the guy. X the guy was a rookie last year. We're not letting him get through customs this year. I'm sorry. Verse the MC. We'll have to check the archives. That can be one name. And Saint Vic. I do remember hearing about Saint Vic last year. So we're gonna have to I don't know. The rookie names seem a little, I don't know. You mentioned X to God. That's Soto little brother. I don't know. You gonna mention that brother like that, man? I don't know.
You know, I also think, man, like, are we? Because how are we looking at this development too? Because are any of these new cats really? I'm on this league and I'm battling on this league constantly. Can you be developed by multiple leagues? You know, like if I'm one league and I got something to teach you, can I teach you that? If you battling 2, 3 other places, and then after that I might see you again, and then again you're gonna battle 4, 5 other places. Like,
No,
how much control can a league really have on developing you at that point?
because the only reason you should be, if you're really serious about talent development or battle rapper development, right? If you're serious, then the only times you should be taking battles outside of the home league that you're trusting with your development is if they give you the okay. Honestly, because being honest, bro, most of the time people travel league to league to league is because they're trying to get money grabs. I'm not nobody's pocket. I don't know nobody's situation. So I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just saying most of the time we know we outside. Most people is trying to look for that bag. So if they got a quick bag that they can go and get real quick over at this league, they don't really care about the development side of it because, oh, now I'm gonna make a quick hundo. I might make it 200. I need this right now. And they'll say, forget the development. I'm getting quick paper now. Now, long term, it's going to mess them over because now you done took yourself out of the equation for actually developing into a name that could have made more than that long term. You know what I'm saying? For people trying to get the short term in. So I would say if the league that you're at okays it, yes. But if you're just traveling around trying to get your quick paper, or you feel like you ain't been seen enough, and I got to take a 1-round battle for no reason just to get my name out there. Like sometimes, bro, patience is a virtue, man. Like for real. Like trusting the process is a virtue. I know that it ain't worked out for the Sixers, but for real, trusting the process is a virtue. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing too, the league you trust in has to have a verifiable track record. You cannot tell me that this league that has never developed anybody past the point of just filler on a card is going to be capable of developing you to the places you need to go. So you need to think to yourself too, as the battle rapper, where are you actually trying to go in terms of your development? Are you a star? This is the honest conversation you have to have with yourself up front when you first start battle rapping. Who am I and where am I trying to be in this game? Am I trying to be a star? Am I trying to be on the main stage or URL King of the Dot and RBE? Am I just trying to be a mid tier, or like I call it the professional tier, the tier where I can go anywhere across the country and maybe even across the world getting paid for what I do. Maybe it's not the top tier money, quote unquote, but I'm still making good money to go ahead and travel wherever I want, whenever I want, right? That's the professional tier. Or are you somebody who is just strictly trying to be the local tier, the regional tier, the grassroots tier, where you're just thinking about, hey, I'm doing this for for the love. I don't really care about getting anything out of this game. I'm cool with battling where I'm at versus people around that I respect and that got respect for me. You got to identify that early. I think there's too many people in this game, way too many people. And if I could be real, I think the majority of people who are stagnant, you're looking at yourself as something that you're not. And I feel like if you could just be honest with where you're at, I think that you could do some better things. Some of y'all are trying to take a stars route and I want to just battle names. So just pay for all the names for me when you should be taking the stairs. Yeah, I'm saying don't let that reference go over your head. Some of y'all are looking at yourself like you're a star and that you should be getting the suit surf or Gotti treatment or the nitty treatment. And nah, you need to take the stairs, bro. You might have to do 5 to 6 times the amount of work that somebody else over here who just has natural, like Hansel. Hansel has natural star quality. I feel like in a couple more years, 2-3 more years, he gonna be a legitimate, verifiable tier over there on URL. I think he could even be top tier. I do. I honestly believe that. But that's his path. Just because you've been battling as long as him or you've been battling longer, it doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, you have to try to go the route that he goes by going to crucibles and accepting, little one-offs versus people that don't matter. Like, nah, you might just got to take the stairs and just get on the road. Invest in yourself. Hit up a Houston. Hit up a Memphis. Hit up a New York. Hit up a Florida. Get yourself out there. Get yourself known. Build your own rep by yourself without a machine. I think that also plays a part too. So,
Facts.
no.
All that facts for real.
Now, talent development is crucial. I definitely want to do a full stream because it's the kind of discussion I would want to have with actual league owners. That's why I'm saying I could talk about it a lot because I got a lot of opinions on it, but I like to actually get league owners' opinion. And then that also goes to the point of the West thinks there's like 3 leagues over here. And that's kind of crazy, but neither here nor there. Fake, what up, man? Hey, Fake, man, how you gonna be one of the co-hosts talking about yo in the chat, man? You better yo yourself into this show, man. What you doing, B? You know what I'm saying? But salute to everybody who's here. We gonna get off of that topic. Salute everybody. Hey, real quick, hit the like if y'all can. Please hit the like. Share this if you can. Get it up out there. Appreciate everybody pulling up again. But let's get into an actual. He said, "So I'm gonna have to build the stairs to what?" Yeah, some people have to. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think some people get offended and they feel like it's something wrong with having to take the stairs, quote unquote. There's nothing wrong with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. But let's go ahead and put this on the screen. There we go, because we had this on the screen the other day. NOME 14. The fact that we had NOME 14 is insanity. That's crazy. Shout out to everybody who's been here since NOME 1 and prior. That's wild. We're at 14 right now, but Lux versus Nitty, Gotti versus Fonz, T-Top versus Danny, A-Rock versus Jerry West. And announced today, I believe it was this morning, EFB coming to the stage. We got Miss Hustle versus Swamp. You know what I'm saying? So already this is
like that. Let's go. I like these.
The EFB Invitational. And speaking of EFB, it wouldn't be right talking about this topic without a member joining the show out of Long Beach. G Will, what up?
Westworld, man. What it do? Get a rich real in this bitch.
G Will, we needed you for that last convo, man. You been perfect to chime in.
You said what happened?
Yeah. Nothing.
Just
Don't
talking
even
about
worry
the
about
talent
it, man.
development.
All right, what was the convo? Let me hear about it. Let me hear it.
I mean, we on the NOME right now, but pretty much it was just asking, do we feel like the talent development is weak right now, and what year was the weakest and all that?
See, I already knew how he was coming.
And it's because of them niggas, they motherfucking selves, man. I had to call Chazzy 25 times for niggas like that. I'm trying to get somebody with a new face, man, to get back in the game. Somebody like, because this shit is not cool.
Man, but a good point that was made, man, that not to bring it all up, but a good point that was made, I think, a lot of times with the new cats, they feel like I got to take whatever battle I can to be seen. So they running around, you know what I'm saying, polluting the waters, almost just battling any and everywhere with no direction. You feel me?
Who is this? Before
This Mr. Right.
okay, my nigga, right? No, it's also the things of the development of how you could get places now too. Again, there's no PG area, so you know what I'm saying. It's either you're gonna have it, you're gonna have it, and you're gonna get picked up, or you're just gonna get the push. It's kind of hard to see the certain things, but to be real, a lot of these niggas is just in there trying to get paid, and that's not going down. It seems like it's a lot more of that instead of motherfuckers actually putting that work and seeing that energy. Like, hey, yo, he loves this shit. Like, as talent development, this is the worst year for the West. I feel like I'm not gonna
I
lie
would
to
say
you.
it's the, but I would say it's the worst really because we don't know anybody. We don't have
Okay,
anybody
it's the worst
that's
really because
new.
of what let's be 100. It is the end. It's the beginning of May. Every year we always have 2 or 3 niggas that already showed the fuck out. But it also comes to the fact of it wasn't that many events. We have through some, and either you did your thing or you went to bed. But a lot of people that we have put on was already battlers of a name. I'm saying the perspective of it, no, there's no development. This is by far the worst. There's no way that we don't have 3 to 4 rookies by May already this year. It doesn't make any sense. This is the West. This is the facts. We only know about 2 people, and they're from Fresno. And the only reason why I know because they battled on 6'5's card. Other than that, I don't know nobody else. Y'all can tell me. And let's be real, only one of those I seen that actually has it, and he might have to win it by himself because he's the only one, and that's versus the MC. Other than that, I don't know.
You know, a name I dropped. So I feel like I hear a lot about Kamikaze now. What do you
Okay,
feel
but he
about
was a rookie
Kamikaze's
last year,
rookie?
so that don't
He
Yeah,
was
matter.
the
no, he
one
was rookie
last year.
last year.
Okay, my
Yeah.
fault, my fault.
He's a
No,
rookie
I think
last year. So
yeah,
again,
he
I
won
know every
he won rookie of the year last year.
Yeah, like I know every fucking rookie. I know every person. We're not putting the same rookies in for rookie of the year. So again, the talent development is on a standstill, very bad this year because of that.
I was actually saying this earlier because I was saying the last person that trusted the league from the beginning of when they started, and then you see where they at now, would have been Miggs, but technically it would be Kamikaze because I mean at Westworld we was booking him from early on. You got to see him develop over time. Had him on earn your keep cards. Even had him booked this year on a main card. I think it was it was at the first stream we had this year. It was him and Gutta battling.
Yeah, that was
So I
this
mean,
year.
yeah. So I mean, it depends if he considers Westworld his home league or not. But that would be another person in terms of development. If he did consider Westworld his home league, then
Kamikaze
that would
is,
be another
is
person.
Kamikaze is part of the development. You feel what I'm saying? So like we also we see the good, but I see also a lot of work too because it's certain things. So like honestly, he has the mold to be something amazing. But I don't want him to get overshadowed with the love he gets also. I want the hungriness to still stay there. That be the problem with some of the our younger up and comers that be killers. They get the type of little shine and they be like, hey man, where the fuck that energy went that you had that last one? You feel me?
That's why I
Kamikaze got it though. But
take accountability on all sides. Real quick before we continue, I got somebody, not sure who it is. We're gonna see. We got a Jay. I don't know who this is. Coming to the stage. Coming to the stage. Jay, what up? I don't know who this is.
nigga, say something.
State your name, gangster. I don't know who the bull is.
Niggas
Why you
might have
just
joined the
add niggas
stream
you don't
yard
even
to
know,
listen.
Jay?
Bro, because I asked people to join the show. I'm giving people the option. I ain't trying to.
You just
You
gave
know.
niggas powers, cuz niggas not even trying to say nothing on here.
I don't know that. They joined the. They joined
That's y'all.
the.
Yo, Jay, that's you. Who you is, Jay?
Oh yeah, the bull. He got to get the technicals right. Get them technicals right and rejoin. We'll get you up on here. But yeah, that hotel development conversation to me, it coincides with the league platform conversation, and from the post I seen, shout out to K Philosophy, but from the post I seen and the answers and what people consider a league and what people consider platforms, to me, it's already off. It's already foul. So I think that needs to be addressed first. And then when we address that, then we can say, okay, these are the places you can actually develop talent. So, you know, it's a good conversation, but I'm gonna leave that where it's at. We definitely gonna cook on that. Again, I see Get Your Bars Up Media in here. Salute, man. Joe, I see Joe in here. Hey, let's go, Lux. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we need to go back to this EFB Invitational. Let's go, Lux. You from the West Coast or not?
Come on, man. We don't even have to talk about that one. We know what's about to happen. I feel like
I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I'm West. In this situation, I am West biased because of my pick. My pick is gonna be Nitty. I think Lux is the GOAT. So technically, I should be picking Lux in this situation, but West come first, man. You know what I'm saying? It's West first. You know what I'm saying? So I got Nitty winning, but now I'm hearing this is a small room and it's not the big stage. So I don't know, man. It seems like they kind of setting all this up to be in Lux's favor in terms of the best atmosphere he could battle in. Because I thought if this was on the stage, it might look completely different.
I fuck with Lux heavy, bro, but like, do you feel like recently he's been good enough that he's gonna be able to beat Rum Nitty? I don't like that's tough.
See even that question's like Nitty bit like he don't want a champion of the year recently. He's always consistent.
Oh, we got another Lux in the comments. Lux 2-1 comment just popped up.
Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. He originally. Get your bars. Hey, BA, ain't you originally from like Miami or something like that? Ain't you from like Florida or something? I don't know, man. Maybe Colorado. I don't know, man. You ain't rocking with us right, man. Lux 2-1. All right, man. See y'all.
Hey, look, Trav, even if I was to say he's the GOAT, right? I still gotta respect that, like, my boy ain't been the same, right? Who just 30'd him? Geechee 30'd him. We just seen Geechee 30 him.
That wasn't a 30.
It wasn't a 30. Oh, excuse me. All right. Let me watch my mouth. What was it then? It was a 2-1?
It's strong 2-1.
All right.
But Beloved got the first. Beloved got the first. But I ain't gonna lie, like if we were to, because I normally say this to people and people get on me about this, but I always say, like, if you had to put the best versions of both battle rappers, who wins? To me, the best version of Lux wins this battle. But that brings the question: do I believe sincerely we're gonna get the best version of Lux?
And I agree with that train of thought. If I go to best version of Lux, okay, he probably win this one. But do I think that I'm getting that best version of Lux? I don't. I think I'm more likely to get that better version of Nitty than I am of Lux. Especially because we know Nitty is, when he goes one, I don't really know Nitty to slack, but when he see the competition, he's really on his game usually. So yeah, I don't know, man. I got Nitty.
Hey, real quick, man. Hey, BA, man, get your bars up. Oh, you in here now. Oh, yeah. You gonna have to speak for this blasphemy in my chat, man. What's going on with you, good brother?
I'm chilling, man. Salute, fella. Salute to the panel. Appreciate you, Nico. 100% as always.
Man, Northwest in the building.
Facts, man. I chose.
I need this explanation. I need the explanation.
So of course Nitty. I'm rocking with Nitty, but I'm going Lux because it's small room. He got to get his revenge. He got to get his ball back, man. The Geechee Gotti took his ball like 2 years ago, bro. He got to get it back, and I feel like he got a big chance in that small room to get it back versus Nitty. But it's either gonna be I think it's gonna be a close battle, and with the potential to actually be a classic.
I can't be mad at that, but I would say this: the difference in this battle is going to be content. It's going to be what's being discussed. Because to me, I actually prefer when Nitty goes into a calculated angle bag, not necessarily like what he did versus Tay-Rock back in the day, but I actually appreciated what he was saying to Hollow. I actually appreciated that content. I appreciated what he did versus Ilmac. I thought that was the best version of him getting into an angle bag while still having heavy punchlines. I think that's the nitty for this battle. I think that's what's required. I don't know if he can go in there and just Iron Solomon this where it's just name flips. Yeah, I'm saying creative line. I don't know if he could do that.
Agreed. 100%. He's gonna have to bring more than just because we all know he punchline god level. You feel me? But them punchlines can be countered by a great angle and Lux content. If we get only punches from Nitty, I think that just opens the door for Lux a lot more because then Lux content can steer the battle just off that energy alone.
I don't want to say anything crazy, so please, people, listen. Hear me out before you wild out on me. I know this is gonna sound crazy when I say it. I've seen Lux in a form where he could. I'm not saying he could punch with Nitty, punch for punch to punch count. I'm saying quality. I've seen a loaded Lux that could punch with Rum Nitty. I have not seen a Rum Nitty that could go 3 rounds with a certain quality of content outside of just punchlines, name flips, your metaphors. You know what I'm saying? I just, to me, I've seen loaded Lux in a punch form where, okay, he could just get in there back to back, be creative, just rapping. You know what I'm saying? And I've also seen Lux in that angle bag where he's more breaking you down and landing heavy haymakers around the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like I could highlight, we go gray hoodie Lux. You want to see somebody in his bag, rapid punchline form. You know what I'm saying? Intricate. You know what I'm saying? It just Lux to me. I already said he's the GOAT, but to me, I've seen different forms of Lux. Nitty, I feel like we only just now getting to that place where it's being accepted.
He better not go in there. He better not go in there preaching, bro. I don't want to hear Lux preaching. I do not, because he will get his ass.
Hold on. When's the last time he preached?
Bro, just about every battle that he has, he gives us like one round of him speaking about equality and all of that, and that's cool. That's cool. But I want to see him go in there and try to lyrically assassinate this nigga, bro. I'm serious, man. Bro.
He don't be preaching. He wasn't preaching versus Geechee.
What round was that where he was talking about
he only had 2. Well, he only had 2 rounds he got through. So it was the first round. The first round is the one he won. So if you feel like he was preaching, it might have been the second round because he only got through 2 of them like this.
You acting too nice right now. I didn't have him taking a round at all, but I hear you. I get you 30.
It's a close first. It's not like it's clear. I'd always just say Lux got that first.
Hey, okay, because I said the same thing about the 30, but he called me. He got me. He said, "Hey, hold on."
Yeah, listen. It's just my opinion. Like I said, listen. If I sound crazy, y'all can call me on it. I'm just saying I went back and watched it. Did the due diligence. Because look, man, the aesthetic of having 100 Crips on stage with you. And Lux Mans with the rag on the wrong side, and he punking like it just looked crazy on camera. So you got to go back and really just let me listen to this content without all the theatrics and really just listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying? What's being said. So it's close though. I'm not mad at nobody got the Gotti 30 for real, even though I fight, for Lux getting the first. But this battle in particular, I really. To be honest, this is just me. I don't see a scenario where Nitty 30 Lux. I don't. I just don't.
I think Lux has that aura advantage still here because I ain't gonna lie. If I get like a 70% Lux, I'm gonna be overreacting. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I hear him getting in his pockets, I'm gonna be like, talk to that. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna jump out my seat for 70%. So I ain't gonna lie. He definitely got that little aura advantage.
Because
we haven't seen him in a while either.
No, that's a fact. To me, in a small room, I just say this without a small. Lux is the better rapper to me, in my opinion, in this situation. To me, Lux the best rapper in battle rap, unless B Dot wants to return, and I'll reserve my opinion. But Lux the best rapper to me in the game, so I don't think Nitty's going to out rap Lux. The problem is Lux, your quality got to be updated. Stylistically, you got to have a little update. You know what I'm saying? Every era has to be a little update, man. This culture is not the same culture when you had on the gray hoodie. It's not the same culture when you was talking about lost niggas. It's not even the same culture is when you was talking about stand-up niggas don't lean. There's a lot of leaning ass niggas out here that stand up. It's a different culture, Lux. I need you to get in the kind of bag Lux need to be in my opinion, that I think would be enough to win this battle or at least make it a classic, would be what he pulled up for clips with. I think even that battle right there, that's to me, it's one of the better Lux performances. Rapping wise, he was immaculate with a crazy angle breakdown in the third. So he still gave you one of his thirds, gave you one of those moments. But I just think content-wise, Lux can go places that Nitty just has not shown that he wants to go to regularly. And that, I feel like, will be the difference. However, if you're not landing anything that we want to hear, it can be a long night. I don't care if it's 2 people in that venue. It'll be a long night. Like, you got to at least have something updated enough to what we want to hear. It don't got to be, current event references all throughout your material, but you got to have at least something in there that shows us, like how you put up in a 2-on-2, something like that, where you're at least showing us that you understand what today's battle rap fan wants to see from you. Yeah, I'm saying that's what I feel like is going to be the difference with that.
Did you see that? When was the last time you watched that Lux versus Averb? When was the last time you seen that?
Ooh, I actually watched that about a month ago. I say about a good month ago. I went back. Obviously the third round from Lex, it's not as bad as what people say, but you shouted out PSA, hip hop shout out to 3, but that round kind of went where it went. But the first 2, I've always stood by. I had Lux winning the first 2 rounds in that battle. I've stood on that since the battle happened. I do think that Lux. I even think that Lux could win a battle versus Rum Nitty. I just don't know. It just depends on where you're at. Because even on that big stage, you could tell he was very rusty. It took him about a round and a half to really get comfortable and really start. You know what I mean? It took him a minute.
Well, so, I bring that battle up. Well, the first round, he lost pretty clear to me. I ain't gonna front. Averb got him clear in that first round. But that second, yeah, Averb kicked his ass in that first. What? It wasn't close at all. Yeah, it wasn't close.
I might need to do a watch with you on that battle.
We can definitely do a watch whenever you're ready. But I will say this though, that second round version of him was one of the best Lux that I've seen in this second half of his career. That second round, like that second round Lux, if he can bring that to this battle and try to incorporate that all 3
Lux to fully load this.
Exactly.
Oh God,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I want to see that version of him. But that small room, bro, I just think there's something about that small room in him at times and we haven't seen him in a small room in quite some time. I think that's gonna go to his advantage.
Now, let me ask this question, because I know we got other matchups that's been announced on this EFB Invitational card. For you personally, BA, I'll start with you. For you personally, is this a must win, a clear win? We're talking about clear wins here. Is this a must win situation for Rum Nitty? Like, does he have to win this battle now that he's actually got Lux to come outside? Like, does he have to win this, or is a debatable okay for him?
I think a debatable is cool if he go in there and have a debatable, but the battle just can't be shitty. If he can't depend, like, fuck what Lux do. He just gonna have to go in there and show out. And if he so happily lose a classic battle, if he loses a classic battle, he still solidified. Rum Nitty, to me, I'm gonna give him 100. He's solidified already. Like, he is one of them. So win, lose, or draw, as long as it's not a shitty performance, people gonna look at him and still look at him as one of the punch god, one of the best to ever do it.
Can't be mad at that. Right. Do you feel like Nitty need a clear one, or do you think a debatable is just all right for Nitty in this situation?
I agree. As far as we'll get bars, man. We already know who Rum Nitty is. He's solidified. But really though, I think for the narrative, he has to show out because it's like, bro, you've been calling for this battle. As far as his legacy, I agree with it's solidified. For the fact though that this is what he been wanting, we expect you to show out now. So I think really it's all about because if he show out but Lux show out, so Lux win 2-1, I think we'll still be like, hey, you came out here and you snapped. But if you don't come out here and give us, you know what I'm saying, what you supposed to give us, it's like what you was calling for. You know what I mean? So I really think it's all on him just to have the performance we know Rum Nitty can have. I don't even think the win and the loss is the most important part about that.
I agree to a point, but I'm gonna disagree with one side of this. I believe this is a must-win situation for Rum Nitty, but not specifically for Nitty. It's for a few different reasons. For one, Nitty is looked at as the best battle rapper in the culture. There are arguments to say, you know, obviously Big K just won Champion of the Year. Obviously Gotti. You look at Twerk. You got different people. Tay Rock. But we're just talking about on a consistent basis. Most people say the person writing the best shit every single battle is Rum Nitty, right? All the newer class, they all look at Rum Nitty and say Rum Nitty is that guy. He's number one. He's the elite. You got people who are battling him just to see what kind of name flips or what type of bars he can say to them. Just to, not even just to go in there and compete and battle with him. Because I want to hear what he'll say to me. We've had people take battles versus man for that purpose. Because you guys have elevated Nitty to that space and you guys have tried to say that we don't need the old era, to me, in a battle like this, it has to be clear. Because if Lux legitimately, we're not talking about gas, we're not talking about, oh, it was, you know, it looks like I don't know, like a Foots versus Rum Nitty situation where the entire building, the entire area is all Foot, you know, or just think of any bias crowd that you've seen, I don't know, Tay Rock DNA, just any type of bias and atmosphere where it's just something like that, K-Shine versus Gotti, and then you got to wait for it to drop on camera to see what it really looked like. Like, I think for how much you guys have talked down on the old era and tried to tell the old era that they're not needed, trying to tell Lux and Mook that they're not needed, they're not the gods of this, they're not Mount Rushmore. I've heard so many battle rappers not even mention them in Mount Rushmore talks, GOAT discussions. It's like y'all just kind of like trying to erase them from those discussions. So to me, if you're Nitty in this situation, it can't be anything close. Can't be.
Hey, no,
Because
I
the
ain't gonna lie.
precedent, the
When you put
precedent
it
has
like
already
you
been
just
set.
did, you right. You 100% right. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you put it like that, I didn't even think of it like a. That is really almost in a sense your best writer from two different eras trying to prove something. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you got a good point right there.
I think that is, but we all know they only say it. They don't really mean that though. We know none of these dudes really mean that. They just want to battle these niggas because of their names, because this
I'm
is
not
people that
gonna
they look
cap
up
to you
to.
bars. They do be meaning it though. Cause I'm not gonna lie. When
Yeah.
I tell you I don't want to hear you book another Mook battle, I don't be lying to you. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not gonna now Lux a different character.
Fair,
That nigga
fair
is
enough.
goaded from his era. But
Fair
and it
enough.
is sometimes I'm not gonna hate. It is sometimes Mook get busy. I'm like, okay, I see. But no, 9 times out of 10, bro. And when they bring old rappers, bro, I hate the booking of head. I hate the bookings of oh my god, all these old head niggas. Reed Dollars. Every time I see Reed Dollars on the card, I'll be fucking pissed. Get that old ass shit the fuck out. So that's
Hey,
why when he put it
leave
that way,
Rambo
I
Reed
agree.
out of this.
I'm not my fault, but I'm not, man. I hate it though. That
I hear
Rum
you.
versus Reed battle, bro. When I was listening to everybody love everything Reed was saying, I wanted to throw the fucking remote at the TV. That old ass shit so boring, bro. I'm not gonna lie, nigga. Yeah, Rum, you gotta win this one, man. I'm not
Cause
gonna
my
lie
Yeah.
cause
to
my
you.
cause my thing, even with this battle, bro, is like everybody always, whenever we get these kind of, okay, you're battling somebody from the quote unquote newer era, even though Nitty's been battling longer than most people who think that it's quote unquote new era. He's not a new era person. I'm just saying he represents this new era form of battle rap that has had this kind of success. I mean, he's been at the forefront. Him, Gotti, yeah, I'm saying Twerk. I mean, you just look at certain names and that kind of jump started that next phase from 2016 to now. You know what I'm saying? I think the newest era pretty much started with the COVID times. You know what I'm saying? But from like that 2016 to 2020 time period, I mean, you couldn't look past Nitty, Gotti, Twerk. You couldn't look past them. Like they kind of set the standard. You know what I'm saying? Just for a lot of different reasons, right? But to me, y'all always have this conversation when old niggas come back to battle. Mook just battled Twerk. Just battled him. And guess what? Same amount of y'all in the culture who be talking crazy about Mook and we don't want to see him and he not needed. He not a GOAT. He just battled arguably the best battle rapper in the world and had Battle of the Year with him. Y'all voted for that, by the way, too. Culture. I don't want y'all to forget that. So as much as y'all be talking crazy about these old dudes, nobody gets them out the way. Even when Gotti got Lux up out of here, right? I remember how many of you were trying to make some excuse for it. Trying to think, well, man, it's 100 Crips on stage. Come on, Nico. You can't be battling with 100 Crips. I'm like, listen, man, if you go to any battle rap event in the West, you're going to have about that many Crips in the damn crowd. It's par for the course. It's par for the course, man. But y'all tried to use that as an excuse. You try, man, you got to decode the material. You gotta do the science on some Cassidy shit. Like, oh, you got to break down the science. So, okay, you know, I heard it. Y'all tried to take away the blow from that. Now it's like, okay, round 2. We got Rum Nitty here. Loaded Lux. All right, let's see. Y'all tried this before, if y'all remember, but prior to Geechee, y'all remember when you tried this with Surf? And then it took y'all to have that battle be out well over a year to finally go back and give Surf his props for that battle because y'all was so mad, quote unquote, upset, fake outrage that he choked in the battle, that y'all acted like Surf didn't have no good content. That took y'all well over a year to go back and be real about the battle.
Is that really what happened? Because I was actually sad during the ass whooping. I was like, damn, this is how this went.
Very much so, because Surf won the second round.
Yeah, he won the second round super clear.
And a lot of people weren't giving
we're talking about Surf versus Rum, right?
No, I'm talking about Surf versus Lux. Surf versus Lux.
Oh, okay. Oh,
because the culture was mad at Surf at that time because remember he choked in that one. Then the next battle was 40, and he choked it. You remember that was that time where they was all mad at Surf before he went on his close to Jordan because he lost the first to Calico. Before he went on his
now that make more sense because I was mad at Surf too.
Yeah, so it's like I just think that y'all have tried this every time, man. Y'all, and I think Lux, it shows you why he stood the test of time, bro. Like to me, he's one of, if not the most impactful battle rapper we've had in this culture. Just what he's meant, you know what I'm saying? Even just outside of the culture as well, how respected he is. I mean, he's looked at, I mean, it's between him and Black Thought to have the best freestyle ever delivered. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to look at that as well, you know, but just looking at that matchup, man, I think if everything goes according to plan, if we get the Lux who is understanding what today's culture wants, that microwave kind of style, but still giving us the stuff you got to make in the oven, still giving us the soul food, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thanks.
And Nitty pulling up with what Nitty has always pulled up with. To me, I would like to see nothing less than 3 second rounds he gave K-Shine. I'd like to see 3 of those for Loaded Lux. Let me get 3 of those, please. You know what I'm saying? I think we get something like that. This could be a classic of all classes. This could be a battle of the year easily. We won't need to talk about another battle the rest of the year. But the rest of the card, though, man, I'm not mad at this EFB Invitational, but I have been seeing some of y'all throwing shade to EFB being booked, and some of y'all are kind of, I don't even want to say kind of, some of y'all full of shit. Because EFB not taking up spots on a card for other people to get booked. If I were to ask y'all right now, just Mr. Wright, if I were to ask y'all right now, tell me in y'all opinion, who are, if you had to name the top 5 most popular battle rappers, right? Top 5 most popular battle rappers, and one of that 5, make it a female battler. Who would you say that 5 is? Most popular in the culture right now?
Geechee, Rum.
Geechee, Rum, Rock.
For the
Geechee, Rum, Rock.
Yeah, Rock. And for the female, I'm gonna say Hustle for the female.
Okay, I would have said Jazz, but Hustle is number 2 for me, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jazz myself. The fourth rapper, the most popular, I damn near would have to say Twerk, despite anything he go
Twerk.
through. I have to go
Yeah,
Twerk.
yeah,
You
it
can't,
gotta be Twerk. It gotta be Twerk. I agree with
Yeah,
you.
and you can't be mad at that at all. Now, if you look at this card, 4 of that 5 is on the damn card.
I know that's crazy.
So if URL just booked 4 of the 5 most popular battle rappers in the culture that y'all like watching, that y'all react to the most, that y'all say win the most battles, how are y'all mad that half the card has them on there? The only person that I would look at on this card and I say, okay, there's question marks, is the T-Top and Danny battle. And even that battle, I think, is going to be a good back and forth. Tay-Rock and Jerry West, it's been brewing for a year. We knew last year this battle was going to get booked on either NOME or Summer Madness this year. We already knew that was happening. Gotti and Fonz, you got to start getting these newer cats on the card. Fonz, Swamp, if it's a Flair Soul y'all think is next, book him. If it's Eunice, book him on the card. You got to start getting these guys on cards like this and get them with high pressure situations versus people. You have to see if they either going to sink or swim. You have to. I wouldn't mind seeing a Eunice versus a Flair Soul, or Hansel versus a Flair Soul, or Foots, or whoever y'all think are the top 2 people. I wouldn't mind seeing them on a card like this. You got to put them out there to see what they can do. You have to.
I would have loved to see Jazz versus Coffee. I would have loved to see that on there.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that at all. I just think, even with that being said, like, I just seen people talking like this card with, oh, it's EFB and it's just booking all their friends. And it's like, they got a group of the most popular people. And Tay-Rock is gun titles. And he's one of the most, like, everybody who's popular on the card, dog. Y'all got what you wanted. Fonz, one of the best punchers in the game. Verified. He's on the card.
Nico,
Lux,
just go
Legend,
back to
he's
what
on
you
the card.
said earlier. People don't understand their placement in battle rap, and that's the number one problem. This is where we go back to stars. Now, these aren't just your regular stars. Now, NBA is full of some stars. You got all stars and superstars, and then you got them one of a kind. These have some of your one of a kind on there. So you can't just be a star and be
Oh,
like NOME is for the heavyweights. Niggas get left off the all-star ballot all the time. Niggas that deserve it, niggas that can hoop get left off of all-star ballots. So like we can't really act like that, man. Who
if
who
you,
who big enough to say I should have took Rum Nitty's spot? I should have took Geechee's spot. I should have took,
if,
like, even if you say Danny, like Danny is him. Who are you
uh,
to say I should have took his spot?
but if you look at the resume though, just pure resume, and I know a lot of people don't go off of hardware or whatnot, but Geechee 3 times champion of the year, Rum Nitty champion of the year, Wody, Hustle, and then you got Danny, who every year, even though he battles too damn much, he's always usually in that top 5 to top 15 every single year. So it's different, man. It's
They
different. They
don't,
got
they don't, they don't be knowing they place, for one, and two, I think it's just a matter of people are mad that they see the kind of work that they should have been doing to get here and they didn't do it. So the only thing that you have left to do is to hate on the person who actually made it. Some of y'all
Hey,
could
can
have
I
actually
just
helped yourself to get on this card, a card like this, and you be tricking off the whole year, hoping that big name battles will be able to save you, when you could have just did some other shit, took the stairs, and actually made yourself more of a commodity for this time of year. Go ahead, Mr. Wright.
I was just gonna say, I want to also say we see this all the time on the medium levels and the below these levels where you get booked with your friends. And 9 times out of 10, you look around and you go, yeah, a couple of y'all don't belong here. You a weak link. Look at EFB and point to a nigga here and tell me he's a weak link, and then tell me you can beat him in a battle.
They
That
still don't
sounds
even have
insane.
Av or JC on the card.
Come on, it sounds insane. Like, you can't be mad because the niggas you gonna say don't deserve to be here, you couldn't touch, your resume couldn't see shit. So it's like you have no place to say that. Are all
Let's
the
say
friends on there? Yeah, because they group of friends is actually nice, unlike y'all. Yeah, like,
let's
let's
say
just be
T
a
Top
buck.
is probably the only one on this card that has the question marks. I think Swamp and Hustle. I think that's a good matchup. I'm not mad at that battle at all. I think let's say T Top is the most questionable person at it here. Fair. even though his last performance was good, and I'm not mad at him being on the card because he is a name, and this is known. You book names.
His last
But
last two performances, actually.
let's see. Yeah, that's a fact. Let's see if you take T-Top off of this card, you want to book somebody else versus Danny. Remember what Danny Myers has done on big stages versus newer battlers. So do you really want to risk that in this situation, or do you want to book something that's a little safer? You got the names. If they both pull up on their A game, this could be a very competitive battle. Very much so. You already know the angles T-Top can take against Danny. You pretty much know what Danny Myers' approach can be going at the top tiers. You've seen him versus, I mean, his record versus top tiers is pretty good. I mean, K-Shine, Tay-Rod. You look at Danny record, it's up there. I mean, he got wins. Hollow.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of big time.
Danny
You
shows
know
up
he
versus
can
the
rap.
names. Yeah, Danny
He
shows
can
up versus
rap.
the
You're gonna
names.
enjoy that.
Rex, he got Rex. I'm Danny low key got
Yeah.
a cold.
And you
The
bring up the
resume is
point
crazy.
of, do you risk that? And I love that question because I think that's another area people don't think about. By throwing people who aren't ready into certain situations and them flopping in that situation, you risk losing an investment. You risk losing what could have been a star because now people looking at him and going, I ain't interested in him. Look at how he fell on his face here. So you got to also make sure you booking the right matchup to give your stars the chance to become what these niggas on EFB are. You feel me? So
Facts.
that's the other thing.
That artist, that remember we talked the talent development. Like, look, some of y'all, like I heard the name Chef Trez get mentioned. I'm a Trez fan. I think Trez one of the 5 best battlers active right now. You put Trez on his card, who you gonna book him versus?
Exactly.
You got to think, and then you got to think about, okay, if let's say Eunice is the guy, or you know what I'm saying. Listen, I think Franchise is a person who I wouldn't mind getting booked on it. Like Franchise been wilding out here. If y'all ain't been paying attention,
He made for the stage. Franchise is made for the big stage, man.
yeah, like he's been wilding in recent history, back like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Him and Eunice was actually a dope battle as well. So I'm not mad at what I've seen so far with the card. I'm pretty sure if they could get like an Arsenal versus somebody, or you know, it's like one of them kind of names where it's like, all right, we get another top tier on the card. But as it stands right now, EFB Invitational, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the
Right.
card. Matchup
And
that
who
y'all
would Trez
most looking
battle
forward
again?
to.
Didn't he battle already Danny Rum? Like who you know what I'm saying?
That's
We
the
gotta
thing
also
too. A
think
lot
about
of
who
these
niggas
cats that
battle.
battled each other, like bro, you like Danny got over 100 battles. Nitty
Right.
closing in on that. Gotti closing in. Like Tay, right? Like, come on, bro. They done battled every. Come on, man.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
battle most. That's why you need to start getting the Fonz, the Swamp, the Jerry West. They need to be in the position that Gotti, Nitty, Danny, and Tay Rock are in, where they're that for the new era. So you can start booking these cards without even having to rely on rocking these guys to be on cards. They have to be developed. So that's why I like a Fonz versus Gotti. All right, Fonz, let's see where you at. You had a rough showing versus Danny, but then you showed up your next two on big stages. Okay, let's see what you got versus Geechee on a NOME card. Okay, Jerry West, you did what you did versus DNA. Okay, we've been building this up for a year. Let's see you versus Tay-Rock. I think it's lining up perfectly, right? But I would like to see, obviously, let's get some of the newer cats. You know, if it's Eunice, Capos, them kind of cats. I get some of them up on these cards. I want to see them either sink or swim, book them versus each other. Put them out there first. They get a great crowd. You know, the crowd is always very good. The first battle, they just want to hear bars. Let them see if they can sink or swim. They sink. Oh well, we know who we not booking. They swim. They do good. They get to shore. Okay, we know who we booking next time. But you got to get those battles pushed out there, man. I think that crucible process, man, it's a lot of things to critique about it, but I think that there's a lot of good that can come from that if they would start maneuvering, you know, with certain cards properly, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But salute to this. What's the matchup y'all most looking forward to? Is it the main event, Lux and Nitty, or one of these other battles got y'all attention?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Right now, it's the Lux and Nitty, y'all, because I already know if Lux show up, that's about to be one of them ones.
Yeah, that's. I don't think any of these battles come close to that type of tension, and like that build up has been crazy. So I gotta go to the Lux versus Nitty. Gotta go Lux versus Nitty.
And I hope, to your other point too, I do hope they throw a Eunice on this card. I would love to see a Eunice on the card like this at this time. I think he definitely showed out.
I would love to see a
It's
real
wild
tick
to
on
me
this
how
card.
Say Real Sick.
I would love to see Real Sick in a small gnome setting, in a small room gnome setting. Oh my god, we'll
Can't be
go
mad at
crazy.
a Real Sick on the guy. I wouldn't. Real Sick versus Eunice.
Oh, that's a good.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love that. I would love that.
That would be fire. I would watch that. I would definitely watch that battle.
Yeah.
But see, this is my thing, man. I think that's what we need because next year and the year after, we're gonna have to start seeing these cats on cars. And I think it's amazing that, at least from what I've seen, I'm not a Twitter space person. I don't know what the conversation is. I'm just talking about what I see on my timeline. It seemed like Eunice passed up the class that was before him and a few other people that was like. It seemed like he's kind of getting pushed out there as he's the guy. When a year or two ago, it was Souffleur, it was Foots, Hansel was competing for, I think, Ease. Now I see Eunice is everywhere.
Slade.
It's not to say like Hansel's not there still, but I'm just saying Eunice is kind of like he's definitely got that push right now. The culture is kind of backing him right now. It's like one guy.
Yeah,
so.
Shout out Hansel. I definitely think he is.
Because I think Hansel could be a top tier in a couple more years. I think he has that star quality. He just needs the right matchup.
Since both of they came up, man, Nico, how did you see the franchise versus Hansel? How you call that one? While we talking about that, two guys that possibly
I did watch that, and this is crazy. So, let me just say it like this: I had Hansel edge in the battle, but if you told me franchise won, I can't be mad. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was either one of them won the. They won a round clear. One of them won the first. One of them won the third. It was the second round that was the debate.
Okay.
And I'm not mad at who you had winning, but I think I edged Hansel.
Yeah,
I remember hearing a lot of people
Hansel
saying it was a 30. I didn't see a 30 when I watched it. I thought it was a closer battle than what I was being told. It was good.
They both won a round clear to me.
Yeah. Which one did you have? Did you have franchise winning the second or the third? Did you have him winning the first?
Jeez, I believe because I haven't seen that battle in a little minute. I believe it was
it was the second round that was the close one, right? Or was it the third?
Nah, the second.
I feel like the third might have been the close one.
I was about to say the third was the close. The third was the close one to me.
So it was 1-1 going into that third. Okay.
I feel like everybody was loving that franchise energy in the second one. I think,
yeah. I had franchise with the second. I had franchise with the second. I had franchise definitely with the second, but it was.
And that's where I was debatable. Like, I could see why some might have. Yeah, I think that's debatable. I think that's fair. Because if you told me you had franchise win, I wouldn't be mad at you. I personally I got Hansel.
Franchise, like if I had to compare it to an NBA player, he like J.R. Smith, dog. He like a streak shooter. If he get heat and he start heating up, bro, it's over. Round done. If he start connecting, we've seen this before with Jack Boy, with Saint. If he start connecting, it's done. It don't matter what you're talking about. It's over.
Did you see? You hear that bar? You hear that Smith and Wesson, the two streets, the Smith and
Smith and West. Oh my goodness, Jesus! Listen,
and the way he energizes the crowd, like when he owns. The crowd is eating out the palm of his hands. They love it. Everything that he's spitting, the energy, everything, man.
I see Justice saying he had franchise winning the second and Hansel got the first. Okay, it was that third. And I got it.
Yeah, the third, exactly.
And they both took a round clear. I just couldn't remember which one it was.
That's exactly how I thought it.
I went ahead and edged franchise the second, but I felt like Hansel still had a good second. Like, I think that's why some people had it thrill, because I still was listening to that second, like, nah, Hansel, you rapping. You feel me? I think that franchise's energy, that shit just kind of eclipsed what was going on.
Yeah, you gotta watch his battles.
Definitely reactivate that URL, man, because that wasn't the only battle on that Civil War that's worth watching. I thought Arsenal and Coffee was a good battle. I like that battle. I wouldn't mad at it.
Hey, Jay the Nightwing beat Geechee.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I can't be mad at it, but then you would have to tell me, you'd have to explain the third, because that's the round you're gonna tell me he won. to win that
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
battle.
have to go watch that now because I
yeah.
don't think I
And
seen it.
that third round, it's one of them like I can't be mad at you for saying you had a person winning this round, but it's not necessarily, that old discussion. Well, it's not directed at him. It's like one of them kind of things where
Oh,
it's like I can't be mad at it,
yeah.
but
I like
yeah,
this. I like this third, bro. I like this third. He
I ain't
talked
gonna
about
lie.
the gang culture and what he's a part of, and like, how, bro,
Man,
the way
look
he
at
broke down it,
see, I don't know my
that was
preference.
nasty.
I
That was
wasn't rocking with it
nasty.
as much. I thought it was good.
So it's
I,
preference though. So that means
yeah,
it's
it's like a
preference though.
preference
Okay.
round for sure.
All right, for sure, for sure, for
But
sure. I can
but
rock
okay,
with
the
that.
third round that I was rocking with more that he had last year was his one versus Mad Flex. I thought that was one of the best battles
Oh,
last
that's
year, and I thought his third
that's
was immaculate. The way he broke down the culture and everything going on, like
that
I
was
thought
one
it
of the
was
rounds of
incredible.
the year that was slept
Yeah,
on. Nobody talked about it, but yeah, that was one of
that
the best
battle
rounds
is
of
that
the
battle is
year.
incredible. By the way, like
Yeah,
Mad
Shout
yeah,
out
Flex
Mad
did it right,
Flex
bro.
because that's one of them guys that I feel like Mad Flex is just incredibly talented, man. I think he kind of sink under people's radar. Mad Flex is cold.
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
He
Hey,
is though.
we
He
need to
is.
start booking him out here again. I remember the last time he got booked in the West like that, Battle K Philosophy. Remember what happened with that battle? Shout out to K Phil, but we remember what happened.
That boy was spazzing on that man. Come
Yeah,
on, I was front row center for that one.
yeah, man. So I don't know, man. For me personally, to tie it back in with this gnome conversation, I don't know, man. I just think this is the way it's gonna be going because at the same time, think about if Free to Wave. Think about if Surf was out. This car would have Surf on it. It had Tay Rock on it. I'm pretty sure Chess would be on it. He gun titles, isn't he? Chess gonna be on the car.
Yeah,
And then let's say if you wanted about book Prestavia, she gun titles, right?
yeah. She gun titles as
So
well.
you see what I'm like? These are just the most popular people. They're gonna get booked on cards like this, and so I think it's dope. My personal matchup I'm looking forward to seeing the most is Rock versus Jerry West. I just want to see what Jerry West, because he's known for the theatrics. He's known for having those high risk, high reward kind of moments. So I'm looking to see what he do versus Tay Rock. And I want to see what Fonz do versus Geechee. You know, I think this is his chance to kind of set himself apart from where he's been getting booked at. Like, are you ready for that consistent, top billing? You know what I'm saying? Are you ready for that? You know what I'm saying? So I want to see where that's at. But
Swamp.
yeah,
I want to see Swamp have performance of the night, damn near, man. That's
where
what
that
I want
Swamp
to
and
see.
Hustle flyer at? Here we go.
Man,
Here we go.
shout out
Swamp and
Swamp.
Miss Hustle.
Swamp is one of my that one. I'll definitely want to see Swamp go crazy,
Swamp.
man. That's one of my
All
favorites.
I'm asking, and I don't know if you battled a woman since KCJ. None of that KCJ nonsense.
Oh
I
my
don't know
god.
what.
Nah, we all know Casey J was cheating, man. She had the voodoo for niggas, man. We're not gonna act like that. She had the voodoo for niggas for sure.
Yeah, the voodoo
The
going.
voodoo.
What? Hey, what did press say? What is she doing to?
Exactly.
Oh, that's crazy. Nah, but man, I would
Yeah,
definitely want to see what he can cook up in this one. I think Swamp is one of the best active battlers right now. And then Hustle, I think that's just a good matchup. Whether it's on a
yeah.
stage or not, her performance is gonna bring that other entertainment factor to it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be good. I'm interested in seeing all these matchups, man. I don't think there's the only one that's shaky is T Top and Danny. And to me, high side, it's a great battle. Low end, if it's gonna be T Top messing up, or if Danny has one of his mid-year crises that he has, on some of these years where like halfway through the year you know, he get lined up. You know what I'm saying? It could be one of those, but I think it's gonna be a good battle. I don't think we're gonna have any issues. So on paper, this is a solid card. I mean, I gotta be at least I'll say at least a solid 8. I won't go higher than an 8. I think it's a good card.
Yeah, I used to do the 1 through 10 thing as far as predictions. I can't even do that no more, bro, because it's so oversaturated. I've been so upset, and it's been so many forgettable. It's been so many forgettable battles, bro. So
Can't be mad at that.
hopefully,
Yeah, I can't give pre predictions no more, man. It be times where you look and you go, these are such great matchups, and then it happened, and it just feel like they all fell so flat. So I'm just hoping, man, everybody show up on their A game. I hope we
Right.
throw another battle on here with some of them younger cats, man. That
Did y'all hear that this is confirm or I don't somebody confirm this for me, please? They said this is a private event. Like no,
Yeah,
like you can't buy tickets for this.
yeah. It's a private event. You gotta. It's VSOP. I don't know what the hell, whatever you call that shit. Where you gotta be. You gotta know somebody. Pretty much, and you gotta know somebody within the company to be able to even get in here, or be a part of an entourage to get into
Mm.
this particular event. That's what. That's all I've been hearing. That's all I've been hearing.
You know
And
what?
we know.
I
No.
would say this: the amount of people who are going to be flaming Loaded Lux after, because you know this is why they did. Normally they in Houston, 2,000
Yeah.
people. You got the home event the day before. You know how this rollout normally goes every year. If Lux don't
Hey,
show up, because they gonna blame him for this. Oh, the only thing that changed was Lux being on the card. Y'all wanted this to be small room. If he don't show up, I could only imagine what this coach is gonna do. Because in my mind, I'm picturing 2,000, almost 3,000 people, Houston. That's a lot of these matchups look different if you get in that environment. But if this is going to be closed room, friend of the friend, you got to know somebody type of card. This
that's
might be
Is
like
exactly
the
that
what
what
it's
old.
we
gonna
This might
on
be.
be like go
now?
back to like the old URL kind of setting where it was just the battlers and the battlers homeboys. You know what I'm saying?
It's, remember
But
the
like
COVID. Remember the COVID setting.
the gnomes in the summer madnesses, wasn't those always supposed to be the big stage, the
Yup,
Always,
biggest? Like it
yeah.
feels like
exactly.
that's kind of being
But
taken away
that's a
with this
part of the
environment.
evolution of this era. This new era doesn't care about the big. We grew up in a time where big stage separated tiers.
It's money, bro.
Now,
It's
because of that
money.
COVID era, that new era of battle rap fans and battlers who pulled up during that time, they don't care. They come from Twitter spaces being powerful. They come from one rounders meaning the world. They come from, oh, if I battle in Twitter space and get people to shout me out a couple times, I can get booked on one of these prominent leagues out here. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that it's a different world. You know what I'm saying, than what it used to be. So I think now they're like they don't even care about, oh well, he can't battle on a big stage. They don't care. That
It's the
like that small
it's
room is their
money.
big stage now. So it's a different time.
It's money right now, man. It's money. That's the only reason why it's in a smaller setting opposed to being in a big room, big time 2,000. It costs a lot of money to get to rent out those bigger events, and then to pay that insurance fee and that emergency fee and all of that shit on top of that, bro. The money. That's the only reason why I think that this is on in a smaller room.
See, they business model. I know they probably crunch the numbers and all that. It's just in my mind, I'm like, okay, Lux on a card. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's more cost effective to have it in a small room, but they did say up front, which I've never seen URL do this. Like, hey, where do small room or big stage? They even had the whole rollout, small room or big stage. Y'all say it, and the people kept saying they wanted a small
small
room.
room, small
So this is
room.
actually culture wanted this, but you know how the culture is. They say they want something, then they see the result, and they're like, "Oh, it should have been on a big stage." It's like, "Oh, y'all had the chance to say that." Man. So
Yes, especially when you like like we want to see we want to see a Jerry West, a Swamp, a Hustle, a Tay Rock, like a Geechee, a Rum Nitty. We want to see them on a big stage and everybody can go
bro,
crazy. Everybody want to be
can you
packed in the
imagine
building.
Jerry West versus Tay
Fan
Rock in front of
aspect
2,000
too.
people,
Come
dog?
on, man. Come on, exactly. As a fan, look, what Anthony Edwards just tell folks. He don't like how NBA players sit out. Because what if I paid my last to come watch you? You know what I'm saying? How many times do we, especially because like we obviously battlers and we be there, we know the difference between an in person. So if you think as a fan who's never been a battler, it's those type of experiences you gonna want. I went to a battle one time and I saw Loaded Lux in person and it was so different. Like, yeah, I see on camera that his energy is crazy, but to be in the building, oh my God, that was different. You know what I'm saying? So you take away some of that, and I think that kind of sucks for the fan perspective of damn, if this would have been a time for me to see Loaded Lux in person on a stage versus Rum Nitty, like I can only imagine what the energy in the
Yo,
building like gonna be.
crazy.
And to know I had no option, no chance to see that, man, that sucks, man.
I will.
Yeah.
I will say this: if one of y'all are in this current setup that Wright just put out there, you like, man, I don't know. Y'all might want to make friends with one of these battle rappers and see if they can add you to the entourage, man. See if you can be entourage for the day. You feel me? See if you can get yourself a customized invite. You feel me? But now salute to this whole card. Let me see, 'cause I think we kind of covered everything with this card. Is there okay? Who is under the most pressure on this card? Is it Lux or is there somebody else under more pressure than him to perform?
I think Luck's got a pass, especially with his people's passing away recently and all of that. Like he got a whole thing
I
going on with
didn't even
him.
know about that, man. Condolences. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, so he got it's man on this particular core right now. Shoot, you got hmm,
Jerry West and Swamp for me, man. And I almost wanted to say Nitty because it's like the era thing again, but it's like when we talk about pushing yourself to the forefront or
yeah,
performance on NOME, that'll do it for you. You know what I mean? And I think Jerry West again, he one of them names we see. We seen in tournaments, people like him. Shit, you start spazzing on some gnomes, that could change the trajectory, put you up another echelon. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of pressure on them because they Swamp and Jerry West get in here and fall on their face. What do people start saying? See, you shouldn't have booked them. See, you wasting good slots. We could have had so and so on here. We could have had so and so on here. So I think in that perspective, they might have the most pressure to perform.
Mm,
I'm gonna say Fonz and Danny Myers. I'm gonna say
Fonzie
Fonz
Danny.
and Danny. Yeah,
Mm.
Why is that?
because I feel like they've been trying to get Danny the fuck up out of here for a long time, man. They've been
You know what? I say I
trying-
can't be mad at that. I actually, and this is for a reason I don't think nobody said yet. And if you have, correct me if I'm wrong. You feel me? But I think the pressure's on Danny a lot at this event because you've been outspoken in calling out Loaded Lux. You on the same card as
yeah,
him. What better way for you to make the impression that Lux needs to come outside than to cook versus somebody like T Top on the same card he's on? Like, make the statement. Like, this could be a statement game in your favor or against you. You feel me? So I think Danny just that narrative for himself to get a Loaded Lux battle. Because look, there were mad people in line for Loaded Lux. JC, Danny, it's mad people. We didn't mention.
yeah.
Hitman got thrown in there just magically. He skipped the line. Then we got Nitty. Like the fact that Nitty got this battle, like all the rest of you, if you trying to get this battle, this is your time to show out. Like Lux outside this year. So I
Yeah,
like to
and
see it.
it was disrespect. I believe it was mad disrespectful to book Rum Nitty over Danny last year when this was announced. It was mad.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Disrespect.
Yeah, because
No,
Danny was the next in line, and then it was plenty of polls before Rum Nitty was even in this equation. Because remember, Rum Nitty got through in this. He got just through in this like what November is when he got through up in this like this. Oh, you want to see Lux and Danny was the person that
was he next?
the culture
Was he
was.
next, or was JC next until Sue Surf
Oh,
beat his ass?
JC when he got his ass whooped. That's when
JC was there, and then Sue
yeah,
Surf
he cooked him.
cut that shit out of there, man. I
Exactly.
think
And
after that
Danny
it
was
was kind
next.
of feed for the wolves, man. But I
Yeah.
think Rum was the right choice, man. I
I
do, I
mean,
do.
now in hindsight, now, especially with them doing this build up, because they've been booked for about 5 months now, I believe, 5 or 6 months now. But prior to that, it was the culture, the culture wanted Danny. The culture kept saying Danny. People were putting polls up. Everybody's like, yeah, Danny. And then, they did Danny did the little diss and all of that. Like the culture was really behind Danny to have this battle. And then they just threw JC got his ass whooped, and then they threw what you call it, they threw Rum Nitty in the mix. And then next thing you know, Danny just got lost in oblivion.
Then I think it go back to what you said though. Here's the time, because now he done battle Geechee. He about to battle Rum. If Danny go crazy, it's like, hey, you gotta finish it out with the last. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go ahead for the trifecta, bro. You done battled all some of the best names, man. When it come to Rome, Geechee, and Danny, man, those some of the best West Coast legends, man.
Yeah,
So
he undefeated versus Harlem. Then he undefeated versus Harlem. So
No,
why
he's not.
not?
He's not
Who we
undefeated.
lose to? Who we lose? Who we lose to?
Judge battle the sway. We ain't going. Even though
Oh,
he,
yeah, we Sway.
even though we
That
even
was
listen,
cheat. The cheated
we
the
know
battle. Okay,
Danny.
okay.
We know Danny should have won, but Sway started talking about New York in the third, and they couldn't help it. We get it. We know what happened back then. We remember that
Yeah,
card vividly.
they.
I understand.
hey, you know
Hey,
when I mentioned I don't
hey,
want to hear these
sidebar.
old niggas no
That's a
more.
classic card. Looking back, that Riders Black verse Hami. That was a classic
Oh
card.
yes,
So
yes,
that's
yes.
JC and J Murder. That's one of the better battles right there. So not for sure. But man, I don't know, man. I think Danny just the individual, but just in terms of pressure overall, I think this card obviously it's built around Lux and Nitty. So Lux, you got to perform at least to a place where we feel like, all right, you one of them. You a goat still. You who you are. Because you got people who was battling around the same time as you were way back in the day that's on this card too. Look at Tay Rock, look at Danny. You know what I'm saying? You got people who's here, you got the newer generation. You don't want to be 0-2 versus EFP. Come on now. I want to be 0-2, man.
He got to get his ball back, bro. He got to get his ball back.
So tell your people how to rag on the right side. Don't be talking while Nitty rapping and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just have all the theatrics, all because you know people they see something like, oh man, he getting talked to, his homie getting talked to, he lost the round. Like, just make sure all that the theatrical stuff is in order, man.
You know you're gonna have you see. I rock with you, Nico, because even though he your goat, you keep it 100. You keep it 100 majority of the time when it comes to Lux. But you know, if Rum Nitty go in there and smoke him, everybody gonna be like, nah, did you hear what Lux was saying? Go watch it over again. It was closer, man. Lux, I got him with the second and third or some crazy shit.
Hey, BA. Hey, a wise man once said, man, rewind, you'll find there's more to find. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I heard that same wise man got smoked by Geechee.
Hey, I don't know who got smoked by what smoke, but smoke was handed out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to it. It'd be crazy too, because I'm from the West, and I'd be like, man, it's amazing. I talk shit from a West perspective, and it's like, damn, man, person I got is the GOAT is getting cooked out here in the West Coast. It's crazy. But nah, man, that's all good. I see we got somebody trying to join the show, but they shit still ain't connected fully yet, so we're gonna give them a second to pull up. Now, I seen earlier there was some narratives straight out the Western Conference, but before we get to that, Adam Modesto,
Yeah, you talking about the burner?
Westbridge.
Oh man, the conference been kind of lit, man. But what's the deal, man? My fault,
What's
man. I
going
was
on?
on 2K with
They
Dice
keep
and
telling me
Black
about this
Rolakis.
conference, man. What's going on in the conference, man? I done seen Brother Wright, you know what I'm saying? I seen him, you know what I'm saying? Shaughnessy Wright, he posted something in the conference. I've seen Emmanuel Romington III. He's been posting a lot.
Oh man.
What's the real net? Like, what's going on, man? Like, I see somebody is
Just check
reporting
my
a
avatar,
post.
man. Just check my avatar,
I
man.
mean, I wasn't at the event. That's why I wish we could get somebody who was actually at the event. But
Where Brad at? Of all times,
yeah, man.
where Brad at, man?
Yeah, oh yeah, we definitely need the Brad recap right now. That's who we're keeping it thousand right now. Somebody get Brad in here. But nah, man. Man one, you on his bill collector. You
Man,
got the burner. No, you got the burner.
Going out to the car to get a gun bigger than him. This is crazy, man. I don't know what's going on in my Western.
He got the super duper scope. Hey, Nico, it's in the car.
That's crazy. The fact that I'm hearing it was legitimately in the car is even crazier. This is wild.
It's in the car. Yeah, that's what
Nick said I was at the event. I was late. I heard that. Shout out to that. I heard you did your work over the weekend as well. Man, I did definitely want to hear about that event, because I just seeing that there's just so much being talked about right now. I'm like, man, come on now.
Man. Yeah. I heard a couple people did their numbers on that card, man. Shout out to the IE. Getting some battle rap events back popping in the area.
Now I will say this: y'all keep reporting stuff in the conference. Y'all gonna get the group shut down because y'all already got the group to a point where they had to start putting regulations and have to have certain posts approved and all that because of things that were going on in the old era when it was no holds barred. What is this post? Oh, this is from March. It's just somebody commented on it recently. Okay, that's why we're seeing Yodi type posts in here. All right, I'm seeing enough.
Yodi.
Yeah, I just seen a Yodi post. I'm like, all right.
That's insanity, man.
Shout out to
Man,
him.
that's
But yeah,
crazy.
man,
Ain't no other West cards announced right now, huh?
no West cards announced. I don't really think there's anything out there per se. I will say this, man.
Yeah,
I have
I'm
recently,
battling Utah this weekend, man. Shout out to Mike Masters one time, man.
Mike
Oh
Um,
shit,
Masters
they got
outside
another
of
event
yeah.
coming up. Mike Masters, they got
what,
another event.
yeah, yeah, this more so like a smaller event. They're actually doing like a tournament of their own
Oh
to kind of
shit.
see who's going to be on the big card. So they're doing a tournament. I'm not part of the tournament. I'm just headlining the card.
Oh shit.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a
So shout
plus
out to
part.
them.
He
Uh,
flexing right now.
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah. You
flexing.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? They needed
That's
somebody to
what
come
he
headline
is.
the card, man. But no, for real, man. Shout out to Mike Masters. They've been trying to get me out there for the last couple cards. It just the dates didn't line up, man. So I'm glad I could pull up, be a part of this. And I'm personally interested to see, you know what I mean, what they cook up in this little tournament, man. I like seeing battles where it's something to lose. So we're gonna see. But the event will be live streamed on YouTube on Friday, this Friday.
Man, I'm about to cuss out
Mike
old
Masters,
boy.
I'm
What
gonna need
the
Mike
hell, man?
Masters.
I
I'm
had
gonna
to
need
take
y'all to
him
chill
out.
out, man. I know y'all said you was trying to get that league of the year this year. I need y'all to calm down, though, bro.
Man,
We're not even
I'm
halfway
in my
through the
feelings
year,
Man,
right
bro.
now. I'm in my
it's
feelings,
gonna
man.
be
The
a
niggas
race.
ain't playing.
I mean, it's Westworld and Mike Masters right now. It would be a healthy debate right now, no cap.
This is
So
crazy.
yeah, I'm interested to see how the rest of the year plays out, man. Because I mean, the Westworld they've had the tournament battles, which have had some really good battles. Mike Masters obviously had that event a couple months ago, the 48 on the lake. None of the battles are
Yeah.
out yet, if I'm not mistaken.
I
But
talked to what's his name yesterday. He told me he was dropping the B Magic versus who B Magic battle.
The
The Source.
Saurus, yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to drop today. Supposed to.
Wait a minute. I see
Okay,
people were saying
okay.
Grizz exam is on Saturday.
Oh
Grizz,
yeah, man. Look at
where
me,
is that?
man. I'm
Well, hold on. Where
terrible, man.
is this? Hold
Um,
on. Is this Grizz exam in Fresno? Is this the Fresno card?
yeah, the Grizzly business, man. Hey, Nick,
Mm,
grab the card, man. It's in the conference, man. Pull up the card for me. Pull up the
hold
card for me, man.
on.
I know D-Loc in Reverse Live is the main event.
Give me a second because I got to save it to the phone and all that. I do remember D-Loc
Yeah,
telling me
gotcha.
about this. His
Yeah,
battle.
I know D-Loc in Reverse Live is on
I'm
that. So
just
shout out to D-Loc. You know.
The Fresno location is throwing me off. I know that's where it originates from,
It
and
is, yeah. Well,
that
what
San
happened
Jose
was
location was lovely.
the tank shop got shut down. That shop got shut down. So they had to
Mm,
move it. It was gonna be at that shop again. But yeah,
man,
something happened. That shop ended up getting shut down. So
but I
they
ain't
had to
gonna
move it
lie.
back to
That
Fresno.
area just in general, because I
That
kept telling
location,
people.
yeah, that was man. That and people don't know like them old PNR days, like at Sacramento, like the study, like that's how it felt at that San Jose event, man. It was dope. It was dope. I wish we
Yeah,
could have did another
because
one there.
like I just don't think people understand, bro. Like, and it to me, I hope battle rap eventually figures it out. Like, San Jose is one of the richest areas. You talking about that area, not just San Jose, the city, but the surrounding parts, Silicon Valley. You talking about some of the most upscale, richest parts of California is in that area. You know how much battle rap y'all could facilitate in that area if y'all promote it correctly and got the people, because there's battle rap fans all throughout the Bay. Yeah, I'm saying like San Jose is just it's there for people to go ahead and run successful events and get, I'm saying, stuff started out there. So hopefully we can get that popping. I see news is in here. This man said Nico Nation. That's hilarious. I've never heard that before, but salute. To Nico Nation.
Nico Nation is insane.
Hidden gang. You know what I'm saying? Hidden gang. Shout out to the gang that's in here. It's in Fresno. Okay, it's in Fresno. Okay. I don't see this let me see. Hold on. Pull up photos once again. Come on, load up. This Raza card is looking kind of interesting.
Oh yeah. So that's man. See, that's what I was saying. I was like, I knew it was some cards floating in the air. Now, if I'm not mistaken, all the battles that I know on the Raza card are supposed to be 1 round. I heard that the Geechee battle was 1 round. I heard that the Cali Smooth battle was 1 round. I don't know about the rest.
Now, is the theme of the card supposed to be everybody, and at least the matchup is supposed to be Raza? Because there's like 2 or 3 battles where I don't see no Raza on there. I don't know.
Yeah, you talking about Kamikaze versus Sonic Sound Wavy? I said, hold up.
Sonic, man. And I ain't gonna lie, Kamikaze is getting a full A-hat rollout right now with his battles, dog. This is an old school A-hat next rollout for this brother. I ain't gonna lie. Make sure I see.
Yeah, no, I'm interested though. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Cali Smooth versus Tay-Rock, that's gonna be a fire ass 1 rounder, bro. But Tay-Rock is so spooky and one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he might step on Cali Smooth.
Now I will say this: Cali Smooth is very strategic.
Cali Smooth is, he's good as hell. Him and Disaster is one of my favorite 1 rounders of all time.
If he can go second, it could be very interesting.
If Rock goes second, that shit gonna look so dirty. Yo, if Rock pulls up to your home league for 1 round, he's whooping ass, bro. I see every time. They're wise, bad dude. If Rock pulls up to your league with 1 round, he's wilding.
Hey, Nico, I just tagged you in the Grizz exams as well. So
I'm getting the Grizz exam loaded up to the stream yard right now.
Bad News was one of them. Bad News was amazing in that battle too, man.
And got his ass smoked. Hey, Bad News was the best Bad News you've ever seen in your life, and got smoked,
bro. It was. I'm telling you, it was amazing until Rock rap, bro. That shit all went up the window.
Telling you, bro.
As soon as Rock started rapping that shit, yeah.
Hey, I promise you, Bad News finished rapping and was like, nigga, I just won this battle. I promise you, half the niggas he was with was like, ain't no way. And then Rock rapped and it was like, shit.
All right.
Bro, halfway through Rock.
Let me read this card out because there's a lot about this. A lot. All right.
This is a lot.
Grizzly Business 2. It's in Fresno, May 18th. Start from the bottom of the card, work to the main event. We got Conflict versus St. Vic. Decade versus Lil Spitz. A1 versus.
Bro, where did they find Decade?
Hey, so I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know most of these cats though.
Where did they find Dre Run? I know some of these people.
I was gonna get to that once we get through all these names. There's definitely some,
these bottom four battles. I know one person in each battle.
Hey, Mr. Wright, I ain't even gotta say anything, bro. I'm gonna go back to this. You'll know when. Okay, we got Conflict versus St. Vic. We have what is this person's name? We have. There we go. We got that person versus Lil Spitz. A1 versus. We got Dre.
Come on, I'm dead.
We got Dre Run versus Johnsy. The return of Dre Run. That's interesting. Salute to that.
That's very, very interesting. I do not remember the last time Dre Run battle.
We got Soto, Little Brother, X the God versus Caso De Niro. We have.
I know those guys.
Agame 365 versus Daniel Black. I know.
I'm pretty sure it's A game.
Is it A game?
I hope it's A game.
It's all one word. Like I ain't no spaces.
I know. I'm just saying.
I think it is A game.
I hope it's A game and not Agame. This nigga Nico has too much fucking anime.
They got a dot in underscore. It's just straight up. All right. A game.
He said Agame.
One time for Agame. You know We got Prison of Flesh versus Mega One. All right, Mega One might wow you up.
Ew.
She gonna
Pause.
Hey, I promise to God,
Pause.
I'm not watching that battle now. Just because
Mega
of that
One.
shit. I'm not
Pause.
gonna lie to
Yeah,
you.
Mega One might wow him up, bro, because he got to get his get back for the last Grizz exam disaster that happened. King
Boy,
Malcolm Jamal
disaster.
versus Tino. That's interesting. Okay,
Hey,
I'm
for the
sorry.
folks watching the show,
Oh,
please,
hey,
please.
B Nasty versus Rubber Ducky Russ.
Hey, hold on,
Ew.
bro. Before y'all battle, please ask your friends, does my name sound stupid? And I mean your friends who gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because some of this shit should have never been allowed. I promise you.
I'm sorry. B Nasty versus Rubber Ducky Russ. It deserves this.
Why is oh, hey, why is it so high on the card?
This is crazy.
No,
All right,
the co-main
BF, hold
event
on.
is where I was
BF
like,
versus Gutter. I rock with that.
so
And then the
BF
main
versus
you rock
Gunna
event,
with
is
that.
yeah, okay, yeah.
You
D-Lo
Yeah, I
okay?
versus
rock
You
with
feel
Dark
that.
like
Side
you feel
D-Lo.
like
event.
you feel like this is where we okay. My last seeing of Gutter was on Westworld, and we feel like this is
Right, and that,
we feel like this the next logical step after that performance.
not specifically, but what
Okay,
was BF's
okay.
last performance? Was
Uh,
it? Oh, he battled Ratchet. He battled Ratchet,
Yeah,
right? He lost.
I think
he
though
just
this is
battled
a
somebody. The white boy.
No, no,
Oddity.
he just battled Odyssey. Odyssey, he did.
Yeah,
They said
yeah.
he packed Odyssey up.
yeah, nah, salute
And
to that.
again, I'm not gonna lie to you, Fate. That's another one where I'm gonna put it. And I ain't gonna lie. Based off of what they've done, I'll give Oddity the nod over Gutter. I just don't see these making sense as niggas to face BF. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you.
I think
They
on a
don't make
card like
sense.
this is kind of like we have
Why would
a lot of
BF be here? That's
I
what I
mean,
think. When I see this card, I go, your name don't really.
well, this go back to what I said earlier when when we see people on cards that seem random or it's random placement, we know what they're there for. We kind of already know what it is. I have heard Gutta. He said it before on the show. He said it before that he wants to battle BF. So for him, this is his vet plate. You know what I'm saying? Is trying to see where he's at in the game. And BF, he go where the bag at, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Grizz Exam. They handle business over there. You know what I'm saying? But Grizzly Business 2. This is a card right here. Man. I mean, I listen, I'm
It
biased. You know what
qualifies
I'm saying?
as a card.
Yeah, listen, I'm biased. Hidden management over here. I do manage D-Loke, so I'm biased. That's my battle that I'm most looking forward to. But there are some other people I'm actually interested to see what they'll actually do. Because these cards are
Yeah,
important.
I want to see. I want to see Dre
People like
run, man. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
see
I
cards
want
like
to.
this, and I go, how many of you are actually rapping? That's what I want to know. That's my
Oh
first
yeah,
thought
no.
when I
At
see
least
cards.
look. You see how many battles is there? What, like 13? Well,
I'm
at
expecting
least four of
seven to
them
go
not
down.
happening.
I
But you
expect
know,
Yeah,
seven
at
to go
least
down.
four of them not
crazy?
happening off
You
rip.
want to know what's crazy? I see a card like this and say, yeah, I bet all these people gonna show up because they ain't getting booked nowhere else.
Nah,
And you
they're
would
not.
think,
I'm
Nico,
not gonna lie.
you would
I'm
think
looking
that
at the
makes
bottom two
sense.
battles
You
right
would
now.
think
The
that
bottom
makes
two
sense,
battles
bro.
not happening, bro. I'm telling
Nah,
you.
like you would think that makes sense, bro. But as a nigga who's been on cards like these before, it's insane. And put together cards like these before, it's insane. Niggas who nobody
Oh
else is
yeah,
booked, they'll
yeah.
still
Niggas
come
is
to the
not. Yeah,
battles.
niggas find a way, bro. They
I
definitely
will
do,
say
man.
this: conflict. This is sink or
I've
swim.
never seen Saint. I've never seen Saint Vic rap, but I don't care. Conflict has to win.
Conflict, you have not been performing up to your capabilities in
He has to
quite some
win.
time.
Conflict shouldn't even be where he is on that card, right? He put
That's
himself there. But
that
if
I ain't
you
gonna
look at
lie.
them other
That's the most
names,
glaring thing on this flyer is conflict
if
being
you
at the bottom
if,
of the flyer. That's crazy.
but he put himself there. It's not like like.
No, that's a fact.
But yeah,
That's a fact.
if you look at it like, bro, he shouldn't be under all these under A1s and respectfully.
I mean, listen, I'll say it like this. If Conflict had been doing what he's supposed to been doing from jump, he should be battling a dude like BF on the card or Reverse Live. That's where his placement should be. You know what I'm saying? But he has to show up. He has to show you gotta show that you still got a battle rap pulse. You have to at this point. Like the chokes, it's just killing what could be, you know what I'm saying, progress in the career. So you gotta show up, especially on a card like this. Gotta show up, show out. Dre Run, I'm interested to see what he does. Jossie, You actually getting a level up in competition. You said that you wanted to battle a better comp, Dre Run. I mean, it's been a while, but he is an upgrade in competition compared to what you've been battling for sure. A1, you were on Westworld, and I wasn't really impressed with what I seen. I thought there was a lot of room for development there. So I think this is a card as well. When we talked about that talent development earlier, you're gonna have to show up, dog. Like there's a few of y'all on this card, like X the God. I was there at the Grizz exam the last time he was on the Grizz exam. I wasn't wild like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I seen what he did versus Dapper Zay, but to me, the Grizz exam performance was like a step backwards. You know what I'm saying? And you can't have that. I think some of y'all are kind of just in this, like, I don't even want, like, what do you call it? Like the merry-go-round, like you going in a circle. You look like you moving, but it's the same placement, same type cards, the same type opponents. Like eventually y'all gotta start like actually elevating. You know what I'm saying? Actually getting better placement on cards and like deserving it, not just because the league wants to show some love, but actually like deserving better placement. I think that needs to be there as well.
Do we know rounds? Is this like a bunch of one rounders?
I would hope half of these are one rounders. We don't. Some of these, I'll be honest, some of y'all don't even deserve to be on cards. So I think some of these need to be one.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
Do we want to see them? Would we rather see them in 3 rounds to know how good they are and how well they handle the 3 rounds versus just 1 round? Like,
me personally, yeah, like I like 390s over 1 round personally. As far as actually like assessing talent, I feel like to me at this point where I'm at, like 1 rounders feel like an exhibition, like kind of like a all right here. So I don't know. I like 390s over
that
over
390.
5-minute round.
The 390s really.
The only time a 1 rounder makes sense is in a situation like what Brad just had with Li to Man. You're clearly getting an upgraded plate to see if you can compete, if you can show us something, and he did. Knocked it out the park. Now we're saying, okay, your next battle from Brad got to be a 3-round battle versus a good opponent, good competition. And we'll be able to evaluate you better then. But the 1 rounder really is situational. It gotta mean something has to be impacted after the battle. If there's no impact, if it's just I just have a highlight tape, and to be honest, some of y'all it's not even called a highlight tape for you. Some of y'all you're just wasting fucking data creating these videos, but neither here nor there. If it's just gonna be to get a highlight tape, bro, just clip better clips from your other battles, man. Just rap better in your other battles that actually mean something, and clip those bars. Some of this,
I think that circle back to that development though. Them 390s, I think that'll be if niggas take that format, I think that'll help make niggas stick to the 90
need
seconds.
to. Dog, I've been saying this shit since 2017.
No, I definitely have heard you say that too. Yeah, no, I have heard you say that, and really that it do 2 things for you. It lets you know where niggas is at for real because it's harder to do the 90 seconds. But like when you start, you don't need 3 minutes, bro. You're going to bore us to death if you don't know what you're doing. I want to,
you can't get straight to the point. You're not worth rapping more than 90 seconds around, bro. If you can't get to the point, if you can't entertain me, bro, in 90 seconds. You know how long, like I know a lot of it sound like it's short. You know how long rapping for 90 seconds is? Especially when you're getting crowd reaction.
Honestly,
like
when you book a 3-minute round,
but come on, man.
You book a 3-minute round, you like, that's kind of on the longer side, and that's half of that already. So shit.
Like to me, man, if you're talking about evaluating talent, it definitely has to be 3 rounds. If you're just trying to get a battle just for the sake of having a clip, then you'll definitely go the 1 round approach. Me personally, I am not a fan of 1 rounders. I tell y'all all the time, they count, but they don't count. You know what I'm saying?
As a battler, bro, I'm not even a fan of 1 round. Like,
there has to be some kind of
even if you're a good battler
after the battle for it to
matter.
Bro,
it's a long round for me to have to keep you entertained, and then like I don't want to rap one style the same way, so I have to now navigate through switching and delivering different things, whereas I would normally segment them off in different rounds. You get 3 90-second rounds, it's still a 4.5 minute segment, and you stretch it, you get the 5 minutes you get in the one round. But now I can show how I plan and dissect on rounds, because that shit matter when you start looking at the 3 round battles. Is how you separate them, how you organize them. All that shit is factored in at a higher level.
Yeah, like 1 round battles, man. Listen, I just don't like them. You could do that same battle on Twitter Spaces, bro. That's literally a phone battle. You could do that whole battle. You got that whole battle on Zoom call. Be honest, bro. Like the 1 rounders. Now, if they're impactful and it serves a purpose, cool. But we need a 90-second. And to me, this is my rule of thumb. You don't get to rap more than 90 seconds until you prove you're good at 90 seconds. That's my rule of thumb if I'm booking. If you can't prove to me that you're good rapping 90 seconds around, I'm not giving you 2 minutes. You don't get 2:30 until you prove yourself worthy. You don't get to elevate to higher time. You don't get to rap more. No, you should have to earn the right to rap more. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all be rapping for 10 minutes and we still got a main event with people we actually care about. And here you are rapping this nonsense nobody believes or care about. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to get that up out of here, man. 2024, man, I'm telling y'all, man, we need less Pokemon activity. We need more rapping, man. Less Pokemon activity, and we need more rapping.
Who's that Pokemon?
Tired of y'all getting out there. It's hidden. I'm tired of that. Hidden character 200, hidden character 500. Like you look at the card. And the other thing that I can't stand too, man. If I close my eyes, if I was at this event and I closed my eyes, I promise you, a good 50% of y'all gonna sound the same, and that's bad. Some of y'all, when y'all rap, if I close my eyes, I swear to God, you were somebody else. I swear to God, I'm listening to somebody else rap. Like, come on,
That's
man.
facts.
Can we get originality back? Can we get people? I don't know. Maybe I'm saying too much, man. He had 3 10-minute rounds. Oh my, yeah, Leo was. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, let's make calling time a thing again. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you had
me in
the building. I'm calling time on everybody. I don't care.
And I'm the same way. Like, if your round is over, I'm going to yell out time. Somebody need to do it. And let me just say, I hate the fact that I have seen me go to events. I'm not running the event, but I say time, and that's when the league owner realized I should time this shit. So now they looking for a good spot to time it. If you're the league owner, please be on cue for that shit beforehand. Because I promise you, if I've already yelled time, at least 50% of the crowd is bored too.
League owners need to do a lot more out here in the West. The first thing is league owners. I know you're a fan of battle rap, but while the battle's going on, that fan bag needs to be the last thing on your mind, bro. You got other shit to worry about to make sure battles run smoothly. And some of y'all not doing your job and sitting there chilling and thinking that it's just kick it time. And I'm just sitting here watching this. No, some of y'all need to be better on your job when it comes to these battles. A lot of shit should not be popping off during these battles and letting people rap this filth out here when it's just a lot going on, man. But salute to Grizzly Business 2. Shout out Senna, J Money, you know what I'm saying? Everybody up over there. Salute to that. It's in Fresno. That's interesting. Back in Fresno with it. Y'all random out of the bay. That's crazy, man. Salute to that card. Is there any other card we have not mentioned? Any other cards going on this weekend or coming up? No, the Westworld one we can't get. They ain't announcing that for a while. You know what I'm saying? So we can't talk about that. Let's see. Where's that flyer? Oh, almost forgot. Disaster. Let's have a conversation. Disaster.
That shit was trash.
Let's have a conversation. Kosha Vulture. First and foremost, I understand what you were trying to do with that song. I understand that it was directed at a particular individual that has something to do with the other side of the map, not nothing to do with the state. So I understand. Some people took it out of context. I get it. However, I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be saying or thinking about this diss track. Like, I don't want to say it's trash, but I also don't want to say it's good either. It's like, I don't know what to do with that. And maybe that makes it trash that you don't know where to place something at, but Kosher Vulture is just, I don't know. Fate, Mr. Right, maybe one of y'all, maybe y'all could tell me. I don't
haven't
know.
listened to it.
Yeah, Kosher, it's on Twitter. It's Hip Hop and
I
Grill.
unfortunately listened to it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Maybe I just wasn't the target audience. You know.
Yeah,
So,
that's why I said, like, I understand what you were going for with it. So it's like, I don't want to kill you for what you were trying to do, but it's just, I don't know. And everybody dissing everybody now. Like, Kendrick got everything going up, and the last thing we need is
yeah.
West Coast people stepping on the rollout, man. We
Well,
don't need none of
game
y'all
already
messing with
trying
the
to
rollout.
this fucking Rick Ross, man.
I rock with it. It's random. It does come off random in this situation, but I rock with it. He has some shit. I just think
Well,
Game
yeah, I heard
always,
it.
like,
I heard it was
anytime
fire.
there's something going on with the West, Game is always trying to step on the rollout and assert himself in the damn conversation.
I
Every
just
damn
don't
time.
like
Yeah.
that he asserted himself because now that you dissing Rick Ross, who, technically because he was opposite Drake, we kind of see him on the K Dot side. He's been showing K Dot love, and now you come throwing shots at him. And I'm like, damn, Game, I thought you would be on Kendrick's side. So why would we do this? I don't know,
And
man. That was just my opinion.
I seen something get said recently, and look, I'm West Coast all the way, and I don't have any reason to, say anything that's untrue. I'm a West person. But this narrative that the West is undefeated versus everybody when it comes to diss tracks, we're going to need to stop this lying. All right. This lying going to have to stop. The West is definitely taking an L to the other side when it comes to diss tracks. I don't know. Do y'all remember Joe Budden in Game? Huh? We is that something we don't want to talk about? We just let that go? Huh?
Buttons,
Revisionist history from some of y'all.
buttons. Come on, man.
Now,
You know
look,
Joe
that
Budden.
was powerful, but we're not gonna act like Joe wasn't cooking this, man. We ain't gonna act like Joe wasn't cooking him.
No, Joe. Yeah, he don't want to rap beef with Joe. He don't want to rap beef with Game either. I was just listening to Joe's podcast. He was talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, nah." Niggas don't really want to get in because Game will rap forever, bro.
Shout out
Forever.
to
He'll
Game.
come out with
That's one
600
of my
bars and
niggas, but
running,
he
and you'll
tripping.
just get tired of rapping. It's like, all right, man, you got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. You
I
can drop
listen to
400 bars on me.
500 bars and running. I'm just like, all right, this nigga, dog.
That's what I'm saying. I listen to all of them, bro. He
I
did
need
100, 200, 300,
300
400,
is a classic.
500.
Yeah,
300
Game,
is a
but
classic.
Game needs to relax.
300
Game
is a
needs to
classic. The
relax.
two after 300 and 100 was fire too.
Yeah,
The one on
100 was classic.
You
I
can't
rock
be
with it.
the
defending niggas
million
with
beat.
these allegations, man. We gotta keep Game out of this, man. I fuck with Game, man. He can't listen. The Kendrick battle and Drake battle just got so far that we gotta stop trying to jump in
Everybody
here.
want to go out there and try and be a part of it. I get you want to be a part of the energy, man, but sometimes like you gotta let stuff kind of die down first. Like this Rick Ross rollout, because even Rick Ross was already getting into it with Drake. It's like, is they issue like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta let people get through their rollouts. Like let them get through their rollout. You know what I'm saying? I get it though. You want to get your name out there, get talked about, being the algorithm. I understand it.
Ross was smart though. He did it before Kendrick responded because I ain't gonna lie. Once we finally got the K Dot response, the K Dot Drake responses, nobody really wanted to hear the rest of you niggas. That's when word to Nico, you niggas all became hidden. It was then K Dot versus Drake. Everybody outside of that, y'all needed to be somewhere else.
Yeah, hey, look, this is an example right here of an unnecessary comment. I don't know why the target audience was a dumpster. That's very unnecessary. That was very unnecessary. No need to go there. You know what I'm saying? This is wild, but is there anybody right now? Because I know we talked about diss records last week, but I forgot to mention this. Is there any two rappers right now that you feel like there's unfinished business where you actually are interested after this Kendrick and Drake shit kind of roll over and it's like, all right, we passed this now. Now we on to the next. Like, what's another rap beef that y'all feel like it needs to be handled on wax? Like, we need to hear them rap.
I don't know, man. Niggas don't really be rapping no more.
Absolutely nobody, man.
Yeah, I don't think there's nobody. Hey, do y'all think anybody ever knock on Kendrick door again?
You said what?
What's crazy?
You think anybody will start a beef with Kendrick ever again?
Oh,
no,
for sure.
and this is why
For sure.
I hate the way that this Drake situation has been talked about. Drake got his ass kicked. He got body. We're not gonna act like Drake didn't get cooked. He got smoked. He did.
Oh,
here's the problem.
Is crazy.
No, it is, but I'll get into that in a second. But here's the thing. I don't want to hear none of you lyrical miracle niggas, breakdown artists, a rapper extraordinary. I don't want to hear none of y'all talking about this situation from a certain perspective about what you would do. Y'all have never, if you've noticed in all these rap beats, it's never the most lyrical niggas going at it. I give Drake credit that y'all kept saying he don't want to go at it with lyricists, but the best lyricist in the game, arguably the GOAT, he went at it with him. He didn't duck no smoke. He responded to every song. There's equal amount of songs for both parties. He ain't duck no smoke. So all the rest of you niggas, to answer the Kendrick question, no, I don't think nobody gonna talk to Kendrick because nobody wanted to talk to him from Control. So salute to Drake for being one of the only other
That's
people
not true. A lot of niggas responded
Joel,
to Control.
and Cassidy were the only niggas to respond. So
I was about to say,
outside of
J. Cole even dropped a little verse.
I'm talking about these Joe Buttons, these Pusha T's. It's always Drake is the easy target. I get it. He's lit. I get it. He talked the most. But you know what I'm saying? He sends shots. I get it. But when we get into this, oh well, he didn't win this. He didn't do this. At least he outside. Some of y'all ain't been outside with a formidable opponent in your career. So I'm gonna give credit where it's due that he didn't duck no smoke with dude. Now you got cooked. You got your ass kicked. At least you went out there and fought. Some of you niggas on that sideline talking about, oh, if that was me, you would have did this. What Tay-Rock say? Niggas always talk about what they would have did until they the one that it happens to. You know what I'm saying? I want to see one of y'all get outside with the smoke.
Because Tay-Rock said that, and then we saw how he swung at dude outside that one event. But I wasn't going to bring that up.
No, that was years later. That was years later.
My fault.
That was years later. He didn't have water. That listen, we don't go get into that. That was years later. You know what I'm saying? The two do not correlate, Mr. Wright. They do not correlate. You know what I'm saying? But look, that's crazy. I don't know. Like me personally, I'm a J. Cole person. When this first started, I was saying Cole was gonna win all of this. I thought to me he's the best rapper out of all of them.
He did win all this. Can we just go back and say?
But after he bowed out and apologized, I can't give him none of that status.
No, we can. Listen, my nigga Daylight actually said it best. He said Cole fleeced all you niggas. He dropped that album called Might Delete Later. Now the whole world mad at him because he deleted it.
No, Mr. Right. Hold on. Watch. That logic sounds good. Might delete later, and he deleted it. The album's not called Might Apologize Later, and then apologize. No, he didn't.
I hear you. That. But listen, I hear you because I was on the same side. I say J. Cole is because J. Cole of the new generation is my favorite. I think K. Dot and J. Cole are obviously the two titans of their generation. But listen, when I go to the fact that J. Cole is one of my niggas, I was like, bro, the apology was bitch made. But now that I have seen where this is gone, my nigga, I am pretty sure K. Dot got on the phone, said, J. Cole, I just want you to know this shit not about to be no rap beef. Because K. Dot not rapping, okay? K. Dot is talking to his soul. I like to separate person and music. I can listen to your music and not worry about if you throw on, the remix to Ignition, I'ma still think it's fire. Although I don't fuck with the person who R. Kelly is. All right, I say that to say Drake is a weird ass nigga, bro. And we gon' not jump into all that, but he's a weird ass nigga. K. Dot got to talking to that weird ass nigga. He wasn't just keeping it waxed. That nigga talked to his family. That nigga talked to the weird ass nigga that you are. J. Cole did not need to be there, and I think he knew that he did not need to be there because Cole not about to jump in there and nah, you're not gonna call my boy a pedo. No, 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 no. I'm not here for that, sir. That's a conversation you two niggas need to have. Cole won.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had that same kind of thought process. You know, I thought about it like, you know what, maybe this is a reason. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go with reality. The man apologized, retracted his diss. He took away his right to talk the talk that he be talking. So now, just put out some quality music. We're not talking about what you would do to a person on wax. We're not talking about that no more. We just rapping. We're rapping. We're making hits. You know what I'm saying? We showing that we have the skill
Nico?
of one of the best in the game. He lost the right. He apologized. Listen,
Nico, no, you know what? You're right. I hear you. But let me report. Every day in battle rap, I look at a nigga and I know you're not really gonna do that. But I like your raps. And so I'm gonna let him rap about whatever the fuck you want to rap about. It's all these niggas be actors anyway.
I understand that, but here's the thing with battle rap. You notice how many people that apologize and what happened to their career after that happened?
But listen, though. I listen. It's not that you're not making good points, man. The nigga make good music. He not really that nigga that I don't even think none of us believe he was that nigga. You feel me?
I did. I thought he would cook anybody in a battle. I was talking.
But he can't. He just soft
right.
on the inside, Nico. You feel me? He gonna hop on the wax. He gonna cook you. But real talk, we gonna all go. But we know you're not like that.
To me, J. Cole has always been the type of dude to me where it's like if we're on a song, it's gonna be healthy competition. We're gonna see who rap better. He's never been a diss track. Oh, I'm gonna diss you and you gonna diss. He's always been, I'm gonna compete with you on wax. Literally, we're on the same song. That's always been the role that I've kind of got from him when he says, "Oh, anybody want to see me get up on a track?" That's why I don't think he's the diss track kind of person. But if you're not that person, then don't even drop a song. Don't even drop it. Because once you do that, now you outside. Now you got to deal with what happens when you go outside.
He was going crazy, and I think it's also the fact that it's not the first time because like a lot of niggas don't realize he responded. His TKO remix, that was his response to the Control, but it wasn't like no, hey, fuck you, I'm trying to diss like the Joel Ortiz that was really trying to go at him. That was letting niggas know like, nigga, I'm not worried about what you're talking about. But the shit was fine. Cole did his thing, man. He just apologized. He's soft, but you know what? I never thought it. He just apologized. But you know what? I wouldn't expect if Cole was my homie and we was two niggas just chilling and a nigga swung on me, I wouldn't expect Cole to be like, I'm gonna fight all 10 of these niggas with you. You feel me? I just don't see that in him. So I'm not mad at him. Is he soft? Yes, of course. Does he has an asterisk? Yes, of course. But you know what? Continue acting. You CB4 now. That's all I heard. I fucked with CB4. It was a great movie.
The fact that we even getting him at that level is already disgusting me at this point. I'm disgusted. You know what I'm saying? As a J. Cole fan since the come up, we're talking about from the original to my way back in the day. I've always thought this man was just, when everybody's talking about Kendrick and he's winning Grammys, I always kept saying, hey, Kendrick, he that guy right now. He got the all the accomplishments and everything. I still got J. Cole being better. So in this situation, once he jumped out the window, I was like, all right, follow through with this. Don't fall back. I know y'all trying giving him credit. Oh, now you see where it's went. He didn't know it was going here beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Salute.
I just want to believe that because they friends, man. You know, they talk. I want to believe they can't.
But to me, I don't think Cole would have had to worry about that kind of conversation from Kendrick because J. Cole is much like Kendrick. A lot of his life's not known like that. You don't. But
you know, but that's the.
I don't even think the kind of content Kendrick would have approached him with would have been like that. I think Kendrick would have just attacked the obvious shit that we know about.
I've heard people actually ask me in conversation like, so you think with all the allegation that's going on with Drake, I just wouldn't think that Cole was the type of guy that would be recording music with him. So like that alone, like it's still already, you know, it's not no major thing. I don't think that's the full culture. But like people start to get those little doubts about you. Wow, if he's like this and you're constant, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're on the same side as him in a beef, you feel me? man, it can, you know, it
Yeah,
can
but
get
I
a lot
don't.
of
But see,
doubters
that's the thing. I
mind.
don't think he on the same side as Drake in that situation. And plus, that I always hated that narrative about, oh, well, this person be on this type of time and you be around them, bro. Do you know how many people do stuff that we don't know about and we be around them? We be just as surprised as the outside world when they kind of get put out there on Front Street, like, dang, this is what you really been on. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Nah, that's real. That's real.
you know. So I don't know, man. That situation is where it's at. I mean, me personally, I just want to see, you know, now that Kendrick has put this out here, I would like to see one of you lyrical type not battlers, lyrical rappers who be talking like y'all that person. I want to see one of y'all actually go at somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Make it competitive. The last time I was hoping for this, it was Royce and Mickey Facts, and Royce chose the NOME, you know, so he chose to go IG live in it instead of actually responding, which was that was disappointing because it was just
So
like,
so you want more clutch disses? You want more videos drop like how Clutch
Yeah,
was dissing?
but
Is that what we
Clutch
looking
had a
for?
Jaheim video.
yeah, that's crazy. Hey, look, I'm not mad at him, man. He tried to get a different rollout, man. He was trying to,
I do respect it though. I
he was
100%
trying to get,
respect.
you
Yeah,
know,
I
he
mean,
trying to get the
him
hype.
putting the
Yeah,
diss
look,
record.
I can't be
I
mad
didn't
at it.
like
He
the
was
Hey,
trying
track.
something
I
different.
didn't like the record,
niggas
but I
that
100%
focus on
respect the
music.
effort.
Hey, niggas that be focusing on music, be in the studio all day and don't drop a video. My nigga did a song and a video. Respect to him before he did a battle. Shout out
I
to him.
can't listen.
You
I
feel
can't
me?
be mad at it because I like, hey, look, he trying to sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? He's a rapper, so rappers gonna rap. You know what I mean? So that should be a message to some of y'all out here in the West. If you're a rapper like you say you is, then get out there and rap. Be creative. There's more than one way to promote. Posting flyers and little quote unquote highlight clips ain't all promotion is, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, shout out to all that, man. I think is there anything else we did not cover? Is there any other West news we need to talk about? Anything from the Western Conference? Anything? We didn't get nobody to pull up to talk about this event that just happened over the weekend, so I can't even unpack that narrative. I don't
We're
think there
gonna
was
have
nothing
to
else.
unpack that later though, for sure. Cause I do want to get to unpacking that one.
Nah, absolutely. I'm low key to be honest. We're gonna do a overtime. Y'all know we do overtime in the Discord, so we
Yeah.
can
I think we'll be able to get bread for
discuss
the
that
overtime.
afterwards.
I'm a damn near call bread right now, bro. I need
Yeah,
to
now
know.
we gonna get to overtime. Before we get up out of here though, y'all plug everything. Mr. Wright, you been here rocking out the whole show, man. Plug your socials and everything, man. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Man, Mr. Right, MRWRITE 22 on everything, Twitter, Instagram, man. It's the same thing. Make it easy for you. Shout out Nico, man, for having us. Y'all know what it is, man. What's the deal?
Absolutely. Fake plug everything for the people, man.
Man, imagine that fade everywhere, man. I'm on Mike Masters TV this weekend. Subscribe to their YouTube, Mike Masters. It's gonna be free stream on YouTube, man. We out here. Damon's
That's crazy. I
North.
really did not know that card was this week. I'm like, damn, damn, they got another card. Mike Masters got to chill, man. Look to Gabino Grimes, man. They're doing good work over there in Utah, man. But you already know me, man. NicoTV at NicoTV _ on Twitter. That's where you can find me the most. Western Conference, salute to the group on Facebook. Y'all go ahead and join that. Add to the dialogue. It's a lot going on up in there, man. But it's all fun. And yeah, man, we going to the Discord right now. NicoTV on Discord. Y'all be able to find me. I should be the only one up on there, or at least the one with the most activity. So NicoTV on Discord. Holla at y'all over there for the overtime. As always, keep it battle rap. Keep it West. We out of here until next Monday, man.